Rapier is stuck in the ceiling again.
Rotharm's just pissed.
Oh, he's just mad about something in the bar.
Rotharm's like, you know
That's
what
it. He
grinds
snaps.
my
He
gears?
snaps out of sort of just like a negative, like catatonic, like 1,000-yard stare.
Like, the salt shouldn't be next to the pepper. It's too sacred. He like throws the pepper across the bar.
It's
These
an
limes
insult
are
to the
too thin.
lords.
People are gonna choke on them.
I burned my lips today. I couldn't tell if the mug was hot or not.
I can make you new lips.
Oh my god.
They're just two slugs.
I want very voluptuous red lips on Rotharm.
I want like the very obviously I've been injecting lips
Yeah.
on them. I need like a filter, like a little TikTok filter to put on his face.
In the interim between now and your new lips, I can give you a couple of tips. Like I read this manual, if you just slap your fucking lips enough, they'll be voluptuously red.
Ugh.
I've been using bees.
Slapping lips.
Bees.
I've been using wasp venom and bee sting.
Okay,
There you
that's
go.
a tick answer.
Go back
If
to my
these bees
beer.
sting you, your lips get big.
You just like get like a jar full of bees and stick your lips in.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
I'd
like to say- You know what? I'd like to say that Tick has a little bit, just a little bit more nuance.
I couldn't
No.
find. I couldn't afford the bees, so I've been using
disguise the
scorpions instead.
Scorpions.
See, it's the venom. You got to make sure
That
you get
seems
the
like
young
they're
scorpion.
harder to come across. I don't know, maybe it
Big
depends on the
scorpions
They
just
just
region.
crawl
crawl
their
on your
venom.
shoes at night.
The
That's
young
easy part.
ones inject it all at once, and you get the big lips.
Oh, can you imagine like a wasp that you like took its wings off and gave it butterfly wings?
What, are we just affronting God now?
Yeah.
He's slower.
So pretty. Oh
And then
god.
all of a sudden, it's biting the shit out of you.
Art.
There's a new
I
thing in
was
the
plugged into
handouts.
Hephaestus. Wow.
Yeah,
A
new
few,
handout?
a few things that Krennet would have learned at the library.
which made
Is
me
this-
go back and read all of the other notes.
Is
Blah
this the
blah
mind
blah.
read-
The
Politics.
mind reading one? The mind reading
Yeah.
whoa. What? Sorry,
So
there's a new
okay,
subclass
this is
barbarian.
actually a good reminder for me to ask a follow-up question about this madhouse one.
Sure.
So this last sentence, yet vestiges of the noble house undoubtedly remain. Like, does that mean that there are vestiges of Shadow Dusks in Waterdeep, or like that they exist somewhere in Undermountain?
It is kind of vague, isn't it?
It is very vague.
You might need to
Investigate.
investigate and see
Okay,
if
so
there are still any topside.
If
'Cause
only
it could
you
be,
knew someone who was investigative.
It could be taken.
Yeah,
both
you know
ways,
who I
for
need
sure.
to talk to is Mert.
Yeah, he's good at investigating.
Well,
That guy's got at least a natural 15 in passive
Isn't he
perception.
a Harper?
Passive.
he is a harper.
Something.
Yes.
Was it passive? What's
Oh,
that?
shit.
He's always harping on something.
Kai.
Oh,
Huh?
I
I get
I
it.
forgot to ask last session. How has Tick's search for the Mizium mortar gone?
Mizium mortar. I think probably still
Poorly.
fruitless. I want to say.
I have no memory of this.
Well, Tick has the pyroconverger, which is basically a flamethrower.
Flamethrower, yeah.
And Tick has also been hiring like private contractors and other such, like investigators, to find a Mizium mortar, which is much more deadly.
Can I roll to like assist?
Is that like an explosive?
Yes, it is. Let's just say it's a flamethrower / big fuck off mortar.
It's a
Um,
BFG.
It's
Is
a
it an
wondrous item that's
an
rare.
indirect fireball?
So it's not. It's not as good as fireball.
An indirect AOE flamethrower?
It is. Let's just say it's an upgraded pyroconverger.
Do you have to roll to see if you hit the square that you want to?
Let's see. Charges. You can expend charges
it's just a
to blah blah
dex
blah.
save for the
20-foot
target.
radius.
Looking at you,
Yeah,
Gak.
dex save. Yeah, it's a dex. It's just a dex save.
Yeah.
And I don't have a chance to blow myself up, which is less fun. Let's be honest.
That's less thematic, yeah.
But I mean, it's only been like a week, so it's really hasn't been that long of a time.
Yeah, no.
That
Only been
Tick has
technically
been.
a day or two.
But I want it on record that Tick still is looking for this and is still.
So this is gonna be, just to be totally clear, this is gonna be Tick's Ancient Aliens because
Mizium mortars.
yeah,
Mizium
It's not from
mortars.
our plane of existence.
exactly
see.
because the mortar and the flamethrower are both from the
Ravnica.
Ravnica setting.
Yes.
Can I roll to tell him to
So really,
stop looking and,
it was
back off?
Yeah, Kai is begrudging giving Tick the Pyro Converger.
yeah, I'm
as
not.
is.
So, I already issued it, so I didn't take it back.
No, can I be the Men in
but-
Black here?
I
That's
also didn't
June
realize
and
it
needed
was a
Men in
Ravnica
Black.
thing when I talked to you about it.
Right, yeah, I didn't either until I found that out later. I was
Yeah.
like, oh,
But Tick is, with the knowledge at hand, I'm not retconning that.
I mean, I feel like
Gonna
with
be-
the technology that's around, just in 5e in general, creating a
Wait a minute.
flamethrower wouldn't really be that difficult.
Did you
Right,
just say?
right.
Did you just say technology?
ha 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 ha.
We're keeping that. That is. I'm taking
This
that
is
now, Rotha.
that is damn good.
That is
That's
now canon.
so good.
Okay, so with the other pieces, as far as sharing
I-
this information, I will definitely share that we need to find out about the Shadow Dusks. I'll mention it. I'll mention it to Rotharm, in along with everybody else. I'm not sure other people in the group necessarily care, but Rotharm may latch onto that, and that I plan on at least checking with Mert because I know that he is a deft navigator of both noble houses and a long-time resident of Waterdeep with a good amount of history. So if I can find him before we go down, I might ask him about Shadow Dusks. Nestor, I'm gonna keep to myself,
Hmm.
and then the Emerald Blade I will mention to everybody as well. But also sort of looking at Ham mostly and being like, look, there's this thing down there that could be a super beneficial thing to fight with if we can find it. But I assume that someone else probably already has it and will likely use it against us before we won't stumble upon it. Somebody will have it, and we will have to take it from them.
That's a possibility. But yep, so those are new tidbits that Krenet knows of.
What, you want to kill this family?
No, I do not want to kill the family. I just simply want to know if there are any surviving members topside.
Oh,
it
you want
would
to sleep with
seem-
them? You want to marry into their family? I got you.
I mean,
Could I
she's
I
hot.
imagine,
She asks nicely, I suppose.
I imagine we toss this back and forth. My background is an acolyte. Is there a chance that with acolyte, since it says it commands the respect of those you share your faith, you can perform religious ceremonies of your deity? You and your adventuring companions can expect to receive free healing and care at a temple shrine or other established presence of your faith. Could I sort of do there's a
Ceremony?
PBS show. Oh no, I was gonna say a PBS show where they just bring a celebrity on and they track down their heritage and ancestors and DNA. Could I try and use sort of the church's library of marriage
I see where you're
records
going.
to try and find if there are any surviving members or if there are any members locally? Could I have a
possibly
good
if they
access
were what's your faith?
tier?
Tier.
Uh,
Tier what?
so
Tier 2? Tier 3? What are we talking?
Tier 1.
TR.
yeah, so
German for animal.
if these folks were associated with
I could provide them that
those worshippers, they probably wouldn't know a whole lot about goings on outside of their own, sect, deity, whatever. Since there are quite a few of them.
I mean,
but
so
that
do
is an
you-
avenue you could pursue.
Okay, is that an established? No, it's pulling too much too much meta. All right. I mean, could I just see if? I mean, are we still kind of trying to kill 2 days of time here, or?
Yeah, I think Last session would have burned through some of it.
At least a day and a half.
This could be 2 days later if you guys wanted it to be. Having done all of your
Oh my god, I would imagine
top
like,
side stuff.
a good conversation of like Rotharm going up into the I mean, I don't have my notes in front of me, and all I can think of is like the work I was doing for Columbia today. Order of the Fist?
Gauntlet?
The Gauntlet? Order of the Gauntlet? Is that who? No.
Yeah,
You've worked
it's
for
the Order of
them
the
before.
Gauntlet, which
Yes,
would
that's
be
who I've been talking to.
Yeah.
Was-
that's the Church of Tier Force.
Yes. Okay. I would just love to see in like a Imagine Space Rotharm kind of like Vosra?
Savra.
Savra. God damn. I'm looking for the I need like flashcards, honestly. Like I need a picture and flashcards. Picture and flashcards. I literally bought some like NPC character like spell cards just because I needed a visual reminder.
That sounds like kind of a cool idea.
I would just love to see her like wake up in the morning and then like Rotharm's looking around looking for like the genealogy books, like where the church is here would steer them. Like, that's for them. Sorry.
It's like, why would I keep that
Can I
in my
help you?
personal chambers?
I'm trying to track down this
Like,
family. I'm trying to track down this family. I can't figure out where you've put the marriage records for the past 200 years.
Yeah, that's something that would definitely be kept like on hand, like near the top of the pile.
Yeah, they're not here. That's all.
But knowing perhaps if Kernet shared with you sort of the Shadow Dusks, their own interests and part of what got them
I can
like-
see Krenet asking about the Shadow Dust, but not providing much else of the other stuff.
No, I would for the Shadow Dusks, I would have said just about everything that's in that handout.
yeah.
Really?
Badly
Really?
would you want
Including
to
the
find
part
them.
where
Including the part
I'm
where-
thinking of the wrong one. Sorry, I was thinking of Nestor. I was thinking of like the skeletal arms. I was like with
Uh.
Rotharm and his skeletal hands. I was like, really? You're gonna leave that part out?
yes,
never
we
mind.
are.
I'm conflating the two.
How
Yeah, but
badly
since
do
they
you want to
were-
find this family.
They were
How
definitely
bad?
interested in involved in some dark magics, so you might infer that they were probably not associated with any like good aligned deities.
Yeah. I mean, potentially maybe they're earlier ancestors, but that doesn't matter. I don't know.
Yeah,
what
maybe
the far
somebody if
realms
you go really far back, but
What is the far realms? Just as a character, I don't know what those are.
I think it's just not our realm, right?
I mean, there's like, I was watching the Critical Role anime thing, and it was like the Fey realm. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know
yeah.
what our realm is.
That was a fun episode.
That was a
That
fun
was
episode.
a fun one.
Probably refers to, I haven't actually looked it up yet, but one of the the adjacent planes, kind of like the Feywild and stuff. It's like
Oh, it's a plane of madness.
next door.
Oh, fun.
It's the plane of madness.
Oh, okay. That's
here's a good.
that
I'm
makes
not going to
sense.
spoil anything, but here's a good picture.
I bet it's real fucking goofy.
It's real goofy.
They're like
Lots
all
of-
hands.
lots
Yep,
of-
that's exactly
lots
what I
of
expected.
veins.
Yep.
And
Love
light.
Love it.
And Arby's in the background.
Oh, it's just more Arby's stacked on more Arby's.
It's just a roast.
Arby's all the way down.
all the way down.
Mathematical. What's the geographic mathematical thing? Abstracted. It doesn't matter. It's an Arby's nebula. A fractal roast beef.
Fractal roast beef.
Can I, since we're going to be a topside for like 2 days, can I go play at random other bars to try to like source information on this family?
And earn a coin.
Like maybe write a song about them and see if anyone like goes, oh, I know, I've heard of them before.
That's not what happened to that family.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll be like,
yeah,
embellish
what's
it.
the
I'm
what's the
just-
song gonna be about if you don't have the info at
Uh,
first?
You embellish
The
it.
last
I
person
think I'll
is,
just.
and if you know anything, come to the drunken kobold.
Yeah, maybe,
You're like, all right, everybody sing
Sober
along now,
kobold.
and you start it out, and then just hope that people like belt out
That does seem like an
lyrics
Aladar
that-
move.
And they all end up at everybody. You know the words.
I would probably just like do different angles each time I go, or like maybe one time I'll sing about how cool they were, and maybe another time how bad they were, and then just kind of gauge if anyone
Leave a-
knows anything, you know, and then
Leave
like if I,
questions and comments bowl at the entrance.
well, you know, if someone like has distaste or agrees, then that means they know something, right?
Mhm.
If they just go, "Oh, that's a cool family name," then that's the end of it, you know. Like,
Yeah. You could roll maybe performance, and then insight
here's my
or
performance.
investigation, and see
Absolutely.
what you can scrounge up.
And
And
then
it delivers
insight
in
will
the-
be the hard one. Oh, I'm actually okay at insight.
God, that's
There we
like
go.
magic, man.
Ah.
That's fucking magic. It's like immediate that it shows up in D&D Beyond and both in game.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, it's a
Mm.
shame that it doesn't pop up on the screen, but
Mhm.
Mhm.
it's really cool that they
So good.
link
And
up.
now the
like
rules
that.
will be better, more random.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He says,
Kai?
rolling 3 ones in a row. Yeah.
Can you remind me what Istrid wanted me to do about connecting? She just wanted me to fully facilitate the idea of a contract with Azrock, right? They did not supply me with anything. Nothing going down. They're making me the emissary. Is that correct?
Yeah, they said that
Okay.
they trust you to speak for the Zentarum and to pretty much you're they've authorized you to write a blank check to try to buy their support in helping to secure Skullport, because any the cost
Right.
of that is going to be dwarfed by the potential profits of connections with the Underdark.
Gotcha.
So
Okay,
yeah.
thank you.
Let's see. So,
I will talk to Mert. That's my investigation of Shadow.
that's what you want to check
Yeah.
out.
I would
Okay.
like to just let me
if you
know
want
if
to go
Mert
talk to a
would be able
guy,
to turn it.
that's stupid. I'm gonna go to random bars and play music and hope this works out.
Krenet pursues the high-level NPC lead, while Aladar pursues the drunken sailor lead.
Hopefully, I get
The best,
paid.
even though you did roll pretty good, but it seems like that family and the events that transpired were so long ago
that Joe
that
Drunk wouldn't know anything about it.
they've pretty much completely fallen out of like
Okay.
recent memory.
I didn't expect it would work. It was just one of those like, why not? That's what Aladar would try to do.
Yeah.
And you never know. You never know.
Yeah. Because let me see. Actually, this was like
Do I
current
get
year
tips? That's the real
is
question. Do I get any tips?
1492.
Oh,
Wait.
we're in the Columbus year.
And
Terrific.
was that done on purpose, you think?
I don't know.
I bet there was something.
Yeah, so that stuff would have been like about 200 years ago, give or take.
Which just in modern parlance, it would be like you going anywhere in the eastern United States and trying to look up some old pre-Civil War family that's no longer around.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I mean,
And
there's,
you know how
there's
I did it?
records.
I went to
Yeah,
bars.
they're records,
Yeah, but it's
they're
it's a
probably
little
not
harder.
talking about them at the dive bar down the street.
Yeah.
Well, if you go to the right dive bar, maybe.
The Confederate dive bar where they got a statue and shit.
Oh,
So meanwhile, Krennet goes to consult Mert.
Yeah, like knock on the door of his estate.
Yeah,
gain audience.
knock on the giant gate of his huge estate.
I mean, do you want a Harper to come with you?
Yeah, I would definitely want Ham along for sure.
Ham tags along.
Yeah, Ham.
And he's not quite sure why he's going, but he's coming.
Just to stretch his legs. Yeah.
No,
Been
come
dead
on,
for a little bit.
Ham. You know that Mert knows stuff about noble families and the history of Waterdeep. He seems very knowledgeable.
Sure, but what are we asking about? Why? Who's this?
The Shadow Dusk family.
I know
they have
that, but Ham is like, what? There's a family. Why? Who cares? I got a family. Well, not anymore.
Oh.
yes,
shit.
you
There's
get to
families
choose your
everywhere.
family now, Ham. But
traumas of
after we
bleeding
get
out.
done, we'll get a drink and we'll get some food. It'll be good.
Who do you say?
Indeed.
I'm in.
All right.
Well, then I'm in.
Son of a bitch, I'm in.
So it takes a little bit of time to actually get an audience with Mert. Seems like he was busy, some sort of meeting, some other
busy man.
city business. He's a busy dude. You know, merchant guy, rich stuff. But eventually, they allow you in, and he meets you in a courtyard that is less well taken care of than you were expecting. But
Mert, you're a sight for sore eyes, I tell you. But
he gives you a hearty slap on the back that stings a bit.
ha ha! Ouch!
Says,
yes,
it's been
we
a
have
while.
come
What can I do
seeking-
for you?
We've come seeking your wise counsel. I'm hoping that I can pick your brain about some older Waterdeep lore. Do you feel up to some trivia?
Oh, I've probably forgotten more than most people know about it.
Perfect.
Fire away. Then he
And I will just mention, I will say, I came across a name in a connection to something interesting. If I say the name Shadow Dusk in relation to an old, noble Waterdeep family, does that mean anything to you?
So like as you were talking, he poured himself a goblet of wine and began to drink deeply. And as you say, Shadow Dusk, you see from over the rim of the glass, like his eyebrow arches. He finishes the goblet and says, "Shadow Dusk."
Yes, Shadow Dusk.
I'm curious, where did you learn that name?
I have recently been granted access to a select library on the part of the Blackstaff. I've been trying to
wizard business.
read my way into knowing more about Underdark and the dungeon than I would ever learn just bumping into walls down there. Anyway, this
Smart way to go
family
about
name
it.
came up as a family that lost itself in
That
association with the wizard, and that they're
dabbled in dangerous magics.
yes,
Most certainly. And
I just didn't know if there was any surviving members of the family topside, or whether the entirety of the house perished into Undermountain.
As far as I know, and I do know quite a bit, the surviving Shadow Dusks have fled below ground, where I imagine they are practicing the same dangerous magics to this day.
When you say dangerous magics, are we talking some sort of bent necromancy, some sort of interplanar magic.
Hmm.
Um,
Aye, that's the one.
making a deal with. Oh, I see.
Crossing lines that shouldn't be crossed.
And
Sometimes those doors, he gets like a kind of a 1,000-yard stare looking out over the hedges and says that sometimes when you open a door, you can't close it. And then he kind of snaps out of it and says,
that time I walked in on
"More wine, gentlemen."
yes. To Ham, you were saying?
no.
Well,
But he says, "Yeah, I would be careful if I were you, trying to track this family down."
I assume, like much of our experience in the Underdark so far, that it won't be so much tracking them down as running into them and both of us being surprised. But
Possible, possible.
your counsel is noted, and I appreciate you telling us what you know. Always good to see you, Mert.
And you. He thinks for a minute. Credit.
Yes.
I know too many people.
It must be hard.
Half the damn city.
Half the they really don't talk about how hard it is to be so popular.
He gives you a grin.
It's
Hey,
you're a
toothy grin.
damn folk hero. At this point, you may be the most loved man in Waterdeep.
Whoa. My ears are burning.
Galadar says from the other side of the hedges.
That son of a bitch. They fall out, there's a bunch of bottles
Objection!
rolling. It's like 4 bottles of wine roll out.
Yeah, so it seems like he definitely knew of them, knows where some
there's
of them are, but seems like
no lesser members who like married into other families, and none of it like probably matters. All that the main members of the family are still connected.
Yeah,
down below.
and anybody who was maybe a distant relative would have made that not known as fast as possible. Don't want to be associated with that.
Okay. I can't think of anything else that Krennet needs to do topside.
Well, you need to go write your books.
I told Guy while we were still playing Starfinder that during this time, like if Krennet's not doing something, he is trying to memorize the spells so that he can sell the 2 spell books that he can, so that he just doesn't have to deal with it anymore.
Totally, yeah.
Well, I thought we were just allotting time for that, so.
It is. That's why. But
okay.
Yeah.
I think that's the only thing we're really waiting on, unless we want to get more information.
I mean, most of the stuff that I have that I need to ask questions about are not people who live topside. I really need to talk to Prita Keepa at some point.
Underworld contacts.
Yeah, Prita's the next person on my list of important people to talk to. But
Okay.
I mean, I feel like we gotta huddle up here because huddle up, gang.
Yeah, table.
Yeah. I think
I'm cooking the books.
we
You're burning all of our books again, god damn it.
we
Taxes stew.
we accepted a quest from Azrok's wife, to find a dagger. And I believe that we will need that dagger in order to make any real inroads in conversation with
Just let me talk to her
Azrock
for
and
a
his
night.
forces. I don't. I want to save that card if this first approach doesn't work.
Yes.
You know, I don't want to go. I don't want to go to the well too often.
Oh, I want to go to the. I'm always thirsty.
Yes.
If
Aladar and
The
his thirst
well
trap.
runneth over.
I better not say that too loud. Istrid's upstairs.
Uh, I feel like we
Some
could.
lady like walks over and slaps you. You scoundrel!
This happens daily. Good thing I drank this anti-slapping potion.
So we could pursue the few leads we have on Durgar in Skullport to try to locate the dagger. If we can attain the dagger, it puts us in a very good position to have a larger conversation with Azrock and his wife. I do understand that we do have another task that would demand that we go lower into Undermountain. I just think that we could clean this part up and do ourselves a favor of gaining pretty safe access from the yawning portal all the way to Skullport. And that way we may not have to come, if we can secure that entire way, we will not have to come all the way back to Waterdeep to resupply. We would have almost a guaranteed supply line at Skullport. It would save us a ton of time, and I think prove ultimately advantageous for us. What say you all?
I stopped paying attention halfway through. But I'm in.
Whatever the plan is, I'm in.
Supply for what?
Well, I assume that the rune shard that Laryl has us chasing is very deep. I can't remember whether Tick saw the map on the side of the wall, sort of where we met the
Yeah, I think he was there.
Was he there?
Pretty
Keen
sure.
Mind. What was it?
Yeah, I was gonna say Keen Mind.
No,
was
I
gonna
know. Yeah. But
That's
yeah,
it.
no, I think Tick was around for the whole first level, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so if Tick has an idea of like what that side map sort of looks like, thanks to Keen Mind, I assume that this is going to be something hidden very deep, and it's going to take us a long time to get anywhere close to it. Now we can ask. We have one person who knows a little bit about the nature of the deeper levels so far, and that's Azrock's necromancer, Prita, who may look very different the next time we see her.
Pretty.
Is she a
people.
looker?
She might be. Now,
I can get her to talk.
you might not need to. I'm hoping that I've built at least a modicum of social capital with her.
She could have a lot more social capital.
It's the knife. We did learn a little bit about some locations of some Durgar that we might, for lack of a better term, shake down. The problem is that Xanathar may be a pissed off, kicked bee's nest right now. And we may be fighting in the streets to try to get anywhere. And that may be the one downside to going to Skullport again.
I bet it's cooled off. That place is always going through chaos.
We blew a fourth of his, I don't know how much of his hideout, caused it to collapse only 3 days ago now.
Yeah.
I can only assume that he is on high alert.
Definitely. And you did cut off one of the routes out or in.
Let's see, we could get in from Skullport near you came down at the arena, and then not far from the arena, there was the staircase that leads up and like goes to a secret entrance that's by the sort of like by the castle of Waterdeep. It's like sort of on that hill or something, right? Because we would have placed the charges right where we picked up.
Yeah, so you guys
Pelris.
blew up the tunnel that leads up to uh
Oh, that's right. I
the
put charges there
sewer
too.
hideout.
Okay.
Yeah, so like you blew up one room and then the exit to the sewer hideout.
Okay. So the only way in and out that we're aware of for Xanathar is Skullport. And we, Kai, correct me if I'm wrong. We know that Sundeath works for, or is aligned with Xanathar.
Yeah.
Okay.
He captains the
Sundeath is the wyvern riding giant,
half giant.
half giant that
But
commands the forces of Castle Skull something.
Skull Island, I want to say.
Okay.
That's where the knife is, just to refresh.
Well,
Could
I
be.
fear that the knife is in the castle. Yes, there's a chance there are other Durgar that own businesses in Skullport that may know more, but we'll have to shake them down.
All right. So, what's the plan for getting back down there? You're just heading through the levels that you've already explored?
Probably the safest bet, right?
I mean, yeah, yeah. Yeah, let's make the bazaar on the second level our first destination and just see, like, just check in, make sure nothing awful has happened if we can reach that far, sort of fast travel.
Yeah.
Certainly someone who knows Rizrael will be around and able to report if something on the ground has shifted since we set off all those goddamn explosives.
There's a huge hole in the floor now.
Everything's falling apart. This thing is hella unstable.
I don't know,
It's like
Kai, is
30
there like
levels down. What were you thinking?
is there a like uh, a plot hook that I should be more aptly considering here?
No, I think going after the dagger is the smart move, right? Like, we want to get those people on our side, so.
We have not found the way down to the next level, also, right?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So Skullport and the
So-
third level are on the same level, and that's as
Yeah.
far as we've made it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the other thing that we could be looking for.
But Azrock also owns. I don't know if you guys remember, but Azrock's forces hold so much territory on the third level. It's insane. His complex is huge.
Yeah. Used to
They
be.
may
like
also know how to find the next level down. I can't remember whether we asked anybody about it.
I don't think so, because you guys were on the
Pretty
hunt
focused.
for Skullport and Xanathar, and they did guard the way to Skullport, at least by land. The connecting tunnels. Whoa, what's all that stuff?
I think it's a portapire.
We're going to go see Prita. So Rotherham's packing his portable pyre for young witches. Witches in the box.
Oh no.
They're saying she likes it hot. Okay, noted.
Got my oil-soaked pine cones.
No one
Check.
likes it hot.
Got my wood stakes. Check.
All right.
So let's head to the bazaar on second level and unless we run into auto combat between here and there.
We've
Nope.
basically cleared out the first level, haven't we?
Nope.
Yeah.
You did.
I mean, we
I
did
think
a lot, but
you left a couple of things alive
Let's go spawn camp
that were
shit.
not necessarily hostile.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but like
just-
for the
just
most
wait.
part, we've
You're like,
basically
we're the
cleared
monsters
that
now.
patch.
And you just like wait at the bottom of the pit.
Like, how many
Couple
levels
monsters
are we
to go
supposed to be
down.
going down? Like we're only on what, level 2?
I think there's over
3.
20 levels.
It,
So-
it goes on a long ways.
Well,
I
you
have
have
a-
keen
I have
mind, so how many levels
schematics
did
for
you
a
see in that
drill.
sideways map?
Yeah, based on the map, which was kind of like a side view sort of cutout. I think. Let me double check. Mm,
Oh, can I sell
yeah,
something?
so like about you recall maybe 23 levels.
Ooh,
Maybe 22. It was some were kind of unclear if they were separate or not. But yeah. The place is truly a labyrinth of colossal proportion.
I have designs for a jackhammer.
or like an
Like
elevator that only goes down.
It's just
a
a
big drill.
giant
We need
boring
a bunch
device.
of portable holes that just go straight down.
It's just a
One
series
after
of
the
portable
other.
holes that yeah.
We need portable holes that work the way I originally thought they did when I only gave it a cursory glance in Dragon Heist.
Yeah.
Or can you do a two-way portable hole where you go into one and then there's a hole in that one, you go into that one
And
and
then
it comes
out the other one?
hole you wanted? Yeah.
A portal gun?
If I was to put like a bag of holding and a portable hole into each other, like what's the radius that it would just meet with it?
I've got one right here. Throw it in.
I was
Of
gonna say,
the,
like, what's the radius of Earth that we could just delete? Maybe we just throw a bunch of those in a hole.
There's a math that someone did for it, but
Yeah, I'm not sure. It would definitely be bad for anybody within view, probably.
let's see
Hmm.
here. Any creature gets sucked within the grate. It doesn't mention anything about.
That's a
That's
pretty
10
big
foot.
radius.
No
Any
radius.
creature.
it says
Any
10 foot-
creature.
10
But
foot
what I'm saying
radius.
is it's a gate that pulls in creatures, not stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah. It's a 10-foot radius.
10 foot. Oh, that's
10
not
foot.
great.
It's very small.
Yeah, we could probably get farther with a pickaxe. You know.
Maybe.
Oh my god, that maybe reminds me of like
The whole place is also magical too.
Yeah, right. Like
So,
you
you
can
know.
dig down and just fall right into the same floor you're on.
that game
Oh,
Red
because it's
Faction.
magical.
Yeah.
Yep.
Remember, this whole thing is like a test from the wizard in some weird way.
Yes,
not
and
for
he
us.
never saw digging straight down as an option.
Oh, that reminds me. Krennet was followed by Arcane Eyes on levels 1 and 2. I'm not sure he's been followed by one on 3, but it made me think about taking Arcane Eye as a spell for Krennet, and I was like, Kai is gonna hate me if I have a drone, even if it costs me a level 4 spell slot. Like he's not
How often
gonna
do you have
love
to
that.
cast it?
I can cast it. I mean, it lasts. Gosh, I think it lasts quite a while, and it does not require. It does require concentration to move it around, but like, it can fit through all kinds of little holes,
Holes.
and like it could make it
Up to
very
an
easy
hour.
for us to like scout out levels of this place without having to use Tracy or
Or your own fragile bodies.
or our own fragile meat sacks.
Yeah, that is true. But I mean,
I don't know. The trade-off is we could just make someone invisible.
that would be the more fun way to do it. I mean, damn, in our other one of our other campaigns, we had a warlock with an imp that could fly around and be like a UAV. And we made that work. It was just pretty useful. But okay, so you guys are heading to level 2.
Did you expect that, Kai?
Expect what?
Did you expect us to go to level 2?
No, but I did make sure to take a little gander to make sure there wasn't anything super out of place. Was there, while you guys are on your way down here, was there anything on level 1 that you wanted to revisit? I know Tick, has a good mental image of the map, but
I wanted to sell something at the auction house, I think.
wait, at what auction house?
I don't know. I have a short sword.
This.
I don't know if it goes to the dude buying magic items or if it goes to just a general store. And then
Wait, was it a magic sword?
Well, it's a plus. Yeah,
You
+1.
could sell to
Plus 1?
Ubaya.
That's what I was
Yeah.
saying. Is that I mean,
Yeah,
I
we would
want-
have to go through. We have to go through the Yawning Portal to get down. Anyways.
Yeah, so you'd be going through there anyway. You could talk to him on the way. He has a standing order open for any magic stuff you guys find.
I think I've just got the sword. I didn't want to detour us too hard from it.
No, it's literally on the it's on the way. We won't actually take you guys to the map, but
Okay, yeah, that's all I'm saying.
let's see here. Fetch.
I'm trying to check through my notes. I thought I had a staff from the Mad Mage's partner, and I don't remember if I still have that or not.
There was the wizard that you guys encountered. That guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the guy who we left. We should check on him.
Okay, Cal.
He's down in the Goblin Bazaar, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, we pulled out of his.
That's where you left him.
that is where
I
we
have
left.
his staff, his focus or something.
Yeah, you probably have his staff that was his spell casting focus. So it's not like it doesn't have. It can't cast spells on its own, but if you were a spellcaster, you could use it to channel stuff.
Okay, so it's not like it's unique or key to Calabash. That's his name, Calabash.
Yeah, that's correct. Good notes.
The other note was I have a silver key on a necklace, and then I also have a silver key, or those might be the same thing.
Silver
This
key.
is from Shum, the spider human hybrid battle. So that's where I got the +1 short sword.
Oh, that's right.
I don't remember any of this shit. My memory's fucking gone.
Mine is too, but I took notes on these things.
Did you? I'm
That's
trying to remember.
The potion with the fingernail. That one's gone.
Because I do remember what that key goes to. I don't remember if you guys actually went there.
I don't think we did, which is why I don't have it crossed off on my. Oh, I have a silver chest. Or no, that's what was in it. Or did it go to the silver chest? The silver key went to the silver chest, and that's where I found the gold, the gemstones, the potion, and
yeah. There was a chest on level 2.
Okay.
Shun's kind of
I
treasure
must have
hoard.
gotten that then. All right, I'm gonna cross.
So yeah.
Thank you. That was just the last thing I came across.
Yeah.
I ended up. I just I grabbed the gold that I had listed in my notes, so I can just probably toss it into a group pile at some point.
Whatever you want to do. Or just keep it for yourself.
Just
So that was a +1 short sword?
Yeah.
Okay, so Obaya will take that off your hands for 500 gold.
Whoa.
I think. Let me double check that.
I'll buy you that for $1.
Lots of good things on sale, stranger.
Yeah, that number's right. Okay. So or 50 platinum if you want to simplify it, whatever.
Okay, Krenrak was not the guy we rescued from the spider village. He's just a guy that is in cahoots with Rizrael that just happens to currently be chieftain of this area, right?
No, that is the guy you rescued.
Oh, it is.
He
Okay.
had the spiders implanted in him,
Yep.
and he helped you fight against the other drow, House Avrandar.
Sweet.
And you brought him to Rizrael, and we're like, I don't know, what should we do with him? And she gave him this job, overseeing the Goblin Bazaar,
which is pretty
along
good
with
for a drow male. to be
along with
honest.
Parmesan here. Well, yeah, Rizrael is a pretty forward-thinking girl, you know.
Yeah. I think we'll just sort of make ourselves known as traveling through, and ask if there's been any sort of territorial shifts in the last 3 days.
No, don't think so. Rizrael was up here collecting spiders, but didn't mention any conflicts, territorial disputes.
Awesome. So as far as you know, between here and Rizrael's, she's taken over that area where the drow, where the hold on a sec, House
Alvindar?
Alvindar had sort of set up shop. That's where she's at right now with Gouda and the other
Yeah,
were-rats.
yeah.
Okay. Any way or reason you should let her know we're on our way down?
I do not have any means of rapid communication other than sending good Parmesan here.
Yeah, what's with all the were-rats and drow?
The were-rats are actually pretty cool.
Really?
They're not they're not necessarily associated with the gang that and they've actually saved our lives more than once, I think.
Not mine.
Mighty warriors are we.
Actually, they're pretty badass.
They saved your life, that's for sure.
It's true. You were very captured.
Yeah, Krenrak seems less enthusiastic about the were-rats. He's kind of like forced to deal with them.
Alado, they're actually quite cute and good warriors
The
and
fuck are
hardy
you talking about?
hardy warriors. You
He's like,
hopefully
I
we
killed
won't
one
have
with a
to,
flaming chair.
hopefully we won't have to test that and find out. But
The one was just chewing its scab on its elbow.
Can I
That's-
try and like walk the steps and fist bump Krenrak? Like,
Fucking skeleton hands.
is where rat stop.
He
Bump my bony bum. Bone bump.
what's wrong with
Bump it.
your arm?
Nothing. What's wrong with your face?
He
He
like
was born that way.
instead of fist bumping you, he like grabs your skeletal wrist and kind of like looks at it quizzically. Fascinating.
he played a piano badly.
You can play piano.
He tried.
They're just jealous.
I thought his hands always looked like that.
No, I think he was just wearing gloves before, but no, that part is new.
I just realized I can like dip them in like candle wax. Like, over and over,
Oh
and make,
no!
like, kind of, like wax hands.
just
Hold
paraffin
anything,
wax.
you'd just be
then
slipping
just,
out
like,
your
put-
hand all the time.
Like
The wax
a
would be like
wick-
peeling
a wick
off and
on each
stuff.
one.
Oh my
Look,
god!
hand candle.
Oh
you
my
can just
God.
use
wait.
the spell Burning Hands.
No,
at any
it's a.
moment.
Look at my handelabra.
Oh my god.
Oh man, that's great.
Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
Yeah, there you go. Horrific.
Indeed.
Very
Uh,
fitting for your character.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so
Don't give me
is
leave.
there uh
Gross.
anything my uh
What happened to the
goblin
prisoner?
entourage here?
Been a prisoner? Oh yeah, you had that mage guy, didn't you guys?
Yeah, has that prisoner woken up? It's
Ah.
his name was
Prison
uh
you have
um
some
no, hold on, it'll come to me. It ha, hmm, no, Calabash.
Sounds right.
there's a we're I know of a goblin we're holding in the brig, as
It,
it
it
were,
it
down the hallway there.
was Calabash a goblin?
I don't think the I don't think the goblin is a wizard.
I'm like standing like close to Krenrak, like alongside him, but not like the teacher's aide.
Yeah, and standing close to him, you can see that his skin has been like really horribly scarred by where the spiders were growing.
Oh, that's right. That was him, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that sucks.
Like the scary
Hey
stories.
man, your skin looks terrible.
He just like glares at you.
I could try healing it. One. These are our allies, right?
Yes, they very much are.
Well, I
Krenrak,
would
would you
appreciate
accept
that.
Would a cure wounds do something, or would I need to use like a lesser restoration?
Yeah, probably something that would restore, because he's not injured. It's just like tons of scar tissue and stuff.
All right, then I'll do a level 2.
Right.
Okay.
14 hit points.
You see his skin clear up and become smooth once more. Kind of marvels at it. Thank you.
Just don't shoot me with one of them poison pistols. That's all I ask. Fucking hurt.
Gives you a unsettling smile. uh,
Hope that's not foreshadowing.
Yeah.
I could
says,
use more ammo for one of my poison pistols, actually.
Well, Ham had 2 guns apparently and lost them.
I had 3.
He
Yeah, I
didn't
think
lose
Tig
them.
still has 3.
I
People
have
just
3.
like offloaded all of their
Yeah.
weaponry on him.
I have
It's
I
just-
have 1 on me. The 2
Yeah.
are currently lying on the floor in my lair.
You just have to invent some gunpowder and then some lead
Yeah.
shot, and you can practice and become proficient, and you might actually hit something.
Yeah, it's true.
Anyways, I just wanted to check to make sure that there wasn't already signs that things had become quite a bit worse. I don't have any shopping to do. I might check in on that goblin who I think lives over here. Does he live in here?
Which one? Oh, there was
Breach?
Greach.
Yeah,
The one
I might
that-
say just like ruffle his little head and say hi, and then that's really all I gotta do here. Yes.
A little bit.
How's my mace treating you?
This... Oh, does he still have it?
Yeah, he does. As far as I know.
Give some glowy.
Yeah. Anyway,
Very shiny.
I'm sure it makes you very popular.
Coveted by all.
All right.
No,
Reach,
this-
you take it easy, man. Does anybody want to explore anything in level 2 that we haven't?
I just wanted to check if that wizard was still prisoner. But this is the guy who's in power, who took over for the goblin who had the bracelet
Yeah,
of,
and it's-
of human perfection.
Yeah,
Well, I
and he
mean, you can
doesn't seem to
check the
know who
gallows
you're
right over
talking
here.
about.
This is the prison right over here, isn't it?
There was, yeah, basically over here. Krenrak shows you in. You
Did
guys
we-
are accompanied by.
Am I just
Parmesan.
remembering it wrong? Didn't we bring him to the goblins, or maybe
No,
we
you
brought
did.
him?
You did.
Oh, okay.
And then you
All right.
Remember,
left
he's a
him to
wizard.
be. He's a
Probably
wizard, and you
left.
left him to be supervised by goblins. So,
Yeah.
I think that like Rotharm will still go check in and
yeah.
investigate.
So you guys go and check in on Calabash, where
He
you last
does.
left him,
Not have a
and you
spellbook.
find several crow's cages. One of them containing a goblin, and the others are empty.
I turn to Krenrak and ask him what this goblin did. Not actually looking like not asking the goblin what he did, but asking Krenrak what the goblin is in for.
Yeah, he's like, I'm innocent. You gotta let me out of here. They framed me. Krenrak says, he was here when I was put in charge. The other goblins don't seem to know why, but if they've come to the conclusion that if he was put here, it was probably for a good reason. And I'm inclined to agree with them.
That's fine. So we have a wizard on the loose, but he doesn't have a spellbook, but he's mad or drunk or both.
He's a mad mage, would you say?
The two of them.
And if I remember correctly from reading a note we found with him, he is at least mildly acquainted with Hallister himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he seemed to, I don't know if anyone else remembers when you guys kind of freed him, Rotharm used his hat of disguise to appear as Hallister,
Yep.
which started a fist fight.
Terrific.
Rotharm started the fist fight? No.
I think okay. I think what we're hearing is that, or maybe remembering, is that Hallister is fight on sight for Calabash. They don't actually get along.
That's ballsy, man.
I mean,
He
he's
was also
drunk.
very, very drunk.
very drunk.
Yeah.
But yes, this is clearly there is some bad blood there. But as of now, unclear where Calabash is.
This is fine.
drunk. That's my guess.
May have found his way topside.
Interesting thought.
It's not far away.
He didn't tunnel his way out.
Okay. I suppose we can make our way down to. Does anybody have a reason to talk to Rizaril? Because otherwise we can skip right to get showing. Oh, we have to get you guys fucking identification papers. Ugh.
What?
I tell them everything about what to expect about getting identification papers with the hobgoblins.
Oh,
Weren't you
that's
just here with some
right.
big guy?
I would have forgot, but they're in my inventory. I just looked at them. So,
Are you the only one that still has theirs?
well,
Yeah.
Ham doesn't have his.
Rotharm should have his.
Rotharm.
Ham's got plat. I definitely remember Rotharm threw his away.
Or,
I think I might have
didn't-
thrown mine away too, but either way, it's gone.
Wait,
I
what do you
don't know
throw
if I
away?
through it away. I don't think I did it. Right?
No, you-
Like, 'cause
you
we-
did,
we
and
went-
they
everybody,
drew-
all of us did it.
Yeah, and they.
Yeah,
you,
I am
you
the
were giving
only
them
one
a
who
hard
still has
time,
their
so
identification
they
papers.
drew you with a dick for a nose,
Oh,
and then on your way out of town, you just like threw it away.
Hmm.
Well,
I have
let's
no
get this
memory
over
of
with
this
then.
event.
And
You
no,
weren't there.
Tick was not there for that.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
it's-
yeah, that was one of the requirements. Upon arrival at Azarok's hold, you gotta go deal with the bureaucrats and get like some identification papers made.
Yeah, who knew hobgoblins were so
Bureaucratic?
what's the word? Bureaucratic, I guess,
Orderly.
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Perhaps that same kind of attention to detail and stickler for details is what makes them good military strategists.
Okay, I'm gonna just point out that where my circle is right now is a part of the dungeon of
Circle.
level
Oh.
2. Sorry, my little sphere. I
Way over
don't think we
there.
have done this part. That's all new.
No, you guys got up to about here. Because this is where you met Rizaril. And the rats.
Yeah. So we could do that part. I think the rest of this we have done, unless I mean there's probably hidden parts, but like I'm not seeing other parts of this that I don't remember doing to some extent because that's where Bask died. That's where we fought the demon guy.
We don't have to 100% everything.
Yeah. Unless we have
Yeah,
some
there was
logical reason
the
why to go over there, then we probably shouldn't.
there's
Okay.
the
Focus on the
hallway
task
with
at hand.
the magical ballista and stuff.
Yep.
Decided that it wasn't worth it going down there.
Nope. Okay, then I guess we're heading down to level.
I might stop by Rizaril.
She's on the 3rd level now.
Oh, can we
She
still
just-
get to that?
Yeah. It is the path has been cleared. There used to be some Xanathar dudes in the way and stuff, but
Something happened
Okay.
to him.
So down we
you guys
go.
I mean,
wiped
I
them
don't
out.
actually need to talk to her. It's more of like a joke for the trash I'm posting.
Oh.
Trash you're posting?
Yeah, man, I'm full of jokes right now. I've got a flyer I want to give to or a questionnaire, a quiz I want to give to Rizaril.
Nice.
Oh no.
Which Sex in the City woman am I? Weird.
All right, I'm gonna drop you guys on level 3, and then take a quick bathroom break. I gotta pee.
Look at my quiz.
I see your
1,
quiz.
2,
So killable.
Granite.
Are you really gonna
Totally
attack her
wild
right
for
away?
Zach.
Just like
No.
wait for your. Oh, okay. I was gonna say you should probably wait for your moment. I would
Tick.
think.
No, I know for sure, but I just
Wait.
think it's funny to think of like not waiting and just like,
It's like, yeah, try
I
these
have a few
cyanide
questions for
pills.
you.
Tell me if they taste funny. You know,
Yeah. Are you at any point prepped for a shield? Let's see. That's weird.
Killed.
Why would they ask that? Okay, here's another one. How many HP are you, would you say?
Do you have any weaknesses and fears?
Yeah.
All right,
A
are
list of
we-
weaknesses and
Yep.
fears. Yeah, let's take a quick bio break.
Bio break.
As you guys arrive on level 3 to go talk to Azrock and maybe
All
try
right.
to kill Rizaril. I don't know. Who knows? BRB.
Sounds good.
Back.
All right.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
The spell?
Yo.
Rotharm bares his teeth.
Brr. Yeah. I
Witness
don't know,
me.
Darkness is a weird spell because like it blinds you and enemies unless you have like weird ways around it.
Right. There's one that I know of anyway. One monster that can make really, really good use of it.
'Cause even the drow can't naturally see in it. So
No, it's more of just an escape. There's those the one kind of special kind of orc that you guys fought in the Malithari game that they get to cast it and they also can see in it.
God,
They
that's
have,
so
like,
shitty.
They have a special trait that lets them see, and so they got like it's just instant advantage.
Yeah,
It's
that's
so
brutal.
good. Oh man. That's how Tick died, or not Tick, Cyrax died, right?
Oh
I
god.
think so.
Or you guys thought he was dead anyway, but that's how you lost him. Fighting too many of those dudes. Alright, still waiting on James.
Appears so.
Sam wasn't around for any of this level.
It wasn't around
Bullshit.
most
To
of
level
the second
3.
level either. So.
I
Yeah,
know.
true.
This is some Scooby-Doo bullshit.
All, I think, entirely handcrafted by Kai, this level?
This one, yeah. Yeah, I didn't do 2. I just kind of touched it up a little bit.
I don't remember where we've been. Okay.
Oh my
We've-
god, this took so long to build up.
I don't think we've
It
actually
looks
had
like-
You guys went almost everywhere.
We?
There are a couple of places you didn't go.
Okay, because let me try to remember the path. Because we originally went this way. Was our
Yeah.
first trip. Was we went through this area, and then we went through the cave over here. No. Does this lead out to the river?
No,
No,
our original, we sort of scouted
You
out
did
this
go
path.
in there. Yeah, that's where you
but
found
as soon as
Greach.
we, yeah,
he was in
that's
this
where we found
room.
Greach, and then we went right into the
Then we came over here. That's right.
Yeah.
And we fought this.
and we had this huge
nightmare
fight in the temple.
Got
Yeah.
real close. Real
the
close.
first time-
It's so weird that, like, just from a level design standpoint, they put the hardest fight in the level, and definitely probably in, like, the first 3 levels, just right at the beginning, if you happen to go that way.
I think it's intentional, right? Because then the odds are your players will be the most ready to fight it.
That's true.
So like if
Yeah.
you run into it, it's not on the way out. It's like, oh,
Oh,
man,
yeah, you
I
need-
have everything. Let me go in and you have a good chance of fighting.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe that is why they designed it that way, but yeah.
But you totally could run like all the way around this whole place and then come in through the back door and get fucked.
Yeah, or
So-
just like at that point, if you've maybe skipped it and moved through the rest of the level, then like
Yeah.
DM just has to shuffle shuffle some creatures around to have you encounter them somewhere else. I
Where
don't know.
did we meet the high elf was in jail here, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
she was
and then
over
we
here.
were like, "You're totally cool, Z." She was not totally cool, Z.
Yeah, teach us to trust NPCs.
Oh man.
Yeah, and then there's this thing that sends people to the Drow god's like arena,
Yeah. Yeah, Lolth's like proving ground or something.
and we tried to destroy it. I think like we tried to break it so that it couldn't work anymore.
Yeah, you did something to it. There's no way. I feel like there's no way Rotharm would have left that alone, like
Definitely
intact.
not.
Yeah, and their
And,
weird like sex chamber torture dungeon.
I think I
and then
did
on the way
touch
out, we
that, didn't I?
fought some of those
I think
half
you did, yeah.
spider, half man dudes.
Yeah, so the
Like
ones
over
who
here.
the drow who fail the Lolth's test get turned into driders and go
Striders,
crazy.
yeah. And then we didn't explore. There's like one cave we didn't do.
Yeah,
And it was the
yeah,
one that
you
was
guys
supposed to
didn't
have
go. You didn't go upriver, really. Like
Yeah.
Rotharm kind of scouted it, I think. And then you chose to go the other way. Went and parlayed with the hags and stuff.
Do you
Okay.
still have that sending stone to Rizril? Brennan?
I should. I should. I think I have sending stones for. Let's see.
Yeah, I
here.
think you have one for her, and then now one for Istrid, right?
Do you
Istrid,
label
and then
these?
I should have a third. I have a third set.
Texting
One
the
of which
wrong-
is going to be going to Prita.
Ah.
Which I need
Oh
to-
man, she's a good
Excuse me?
she's a good 411 resource.
Yeah. How much are sending stones? Are they 500? 400.
I think so because they're uncommon, right?
Yeah.
Let me double check.
You're gonna give
Well,
one
they
for
have
the
a
wit.
discount if you get them from like
Settings.
Costco and they come in a 6-pack or something.
A 6-pack of sending stones. Yeah, 500.
Okay, so I will lose 1,000 gold. Okay, and
Yeah.
I'll have one with Istrid, and I have another set to give to Prita.
Why do
Okay.
you want to talk to my girlfriend?
I can't wait for you to meet her. I hope that she is enjoying the new magic item that we gave her.
I'm talking about Istrid, jackass.
Oh, strictly business, my man. I can't say I'm into the short ones.
Give you an untrustworthy side eye.
Okay. So is Rotharm interested in whether I have the sending stone to Rizril?
He's not directly asking you.
Okay, cool. Then
I
we
think
will.
it's
He's
just more
making
of
a mental note.
Yeah, it's just him going back over his mental notes. It's been a
Kill
while.
credit.
He's dusted that shit off.
That's all it is on like
Ew,
one big
granite.
granite or one big journal page.
You
Yeah,
can
kill
use
3
that
birds
to.
with 1 stone. I can solve the communication problems.
Are you guys coming? It's this way.
Yeah, you guys don't actually have to like walk over there.
I didn't
but
know we were all back yet.
Yeah. Sounds like we back.
Oh, okay. Where are we going? We going this way? Where do we go?
Well, the direct route is south. Yeah, you go through the west tunnel and south. That'll take you through Rizrul's territory.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but when we talked to Rizril about her feelings on Azrock, she's not actually vengeful about something he did.
No,
It's something- it's
he
something
is a
else.
nuisance that needs to be removed. And because according to her, last time you guys spoke about it, as long as he is and his army effectively is present on this level,
She doesn't have full control.
and that's going to be a risk to her.
But wasn't there like if we could kill him, she would actually be restored in some way with her family. or her clan? Or am I
She's
not
just
remembering that
lying to
right?
us.
Uh
I do
oh,
remember something
so
like that, right?
when you first, that's pretty much just because she's ambitious. When you first ran into her on level 2, she told you, yeah, hunt down this warlord guy. I guess it her motives were pretty much just that would be removing a threat for the other drow here, and she could use that as leverage. Now that the drow are gone, or at least the Alvrindar family, and she has supplanted them. Now Azrock is more of a direct threat to her.
Ah, okay. Then
So yeah, I don't know. It's just
So she'd be
All-
totally
all-
cool with making friends, provided.
if
No.
yeah, it just seems very unlikely because the hobgoblins really hate the drow.
Excuse me, rat face.
Havardian, Gouda,
yes, Gouda.
hail you as you approach.
Gouda and Farvardi. Good to see you and alive and in one piece, of course.
Allow you to pass.
God, why do they smell like that?
Comes with the territory.
We
That
got
might be
into some
tick, too.
cheese.
I smell
I guess it's
delicious.
worth it to stop by and at least speak with Rizrol while we're here. I realize I'm really drawing the pace down with the fucking narrative here.
You've
fine.
been making friends the entire way. You know, you gotta
Gotta check in.
keep
see
up
if anything-
appearances.
you might have
When
something
Credit
new.
dies, I'll pick someone less social, okay?
Play like a mute monk or something.
Yeah.
Blind
Gouda,
deaf
do you
monk
know
that
where
just
Rizrael
fights.
can be found?
Yes. Dining hall.
Dining hall. Thank you. Let's see here. Okay, dining hall down
Well, if
here.
he calls it a dining hall, I'm guessing it's just a trough full of melted cheese and breadcrumbs.
It's just
Yeah.
a fondue fountain. Oh fuck.
Oh,
me.
she did find some spiders, didn't she?
The
Damn.
fondue-ery. Yes. So as you are moving through the dilapidated old, I guess these are dwarven ruins. Yeah, you notice that Rizaril has replaced some of the giant spiders that you cleaned out last time you came down here.
Great.
Yeah, I thought she was sort of anti-spider. Am I just wrong about that?
I think she's
I-
pro
I-
power, is what it is.
Yeah, she had no problem killing the spiders that were controlled by the Alvrindar sisters, but
These
So
ones are
when I
different. They're
shit on your
hers.
spider temple, good?
these she might not be implanting them in,
People.
civilians that they stole out of that they kidnapped from Waterdeep, but
I will knock gently on the open door to announce that we have arrived.
you hear voices echoing from within, and as you reach the door, which is already standing partially open, she motions for you to come in.
Rizrael.
Great, more drow. That's what we needed.
Credit. I was wondering when you'd be back.
Well, wonder no longer. We have had quite the time since the last time we saw you, and I'd love to catch you up on how things have been going. Are we interrupting something?
No. Just briefing the boys here. It seems that there's been some kind of disruption among Azrok's forces. I was hoping that might have been you.
A disruption, you say?
They are. Yes. I had Camembert doing some spying, and he reported that many of the bugbears under Azrok's control have been on the move. Seems they have departed his settlement.
Departed where? Do we know?
Unsure,
Okay.
but seems that they are fewer in number than they have been of late, so this may
Well-
be a good time to strike. I've been hard at work
I-
bolstering my forces.
I bring word from topside, but before I get to that, and then I'll just tell her about what we have done about sort of detonating a relatively large explosive device in 2 locations inside of Xanathar's, about some of the stuff that we got up to in Skull Port, um, and I don't know what she'll say to any of that, but just and then posit that if the bugbears are not moving out this way, there's a possibility that Azrok is moving on Skullport in the chaos.
So you haven't spoken with her since you met
I
Azrok, right? And kind of got their side of what's going on.
I don't think I've used the sending stone. When I was approaching this conversation, I was like, would I have used the sending stone to communicate with Rizaril, and just like tell her a little bit about what had been going on with Xanathar's? Maybe, but I don't think I would have. That sh- that I yeah.
Okay.
She probably doesn't know that I about the tiefling heart. She doesn't know about the quest we've been given by Rizrael's or by Azrok's wife, whose name I don't have written down. And until right now, I guess she didn't know about the large detonation that we set off in Xanathar's guild.
Yeah. Okay. Because last you saw her, you guys were heading to Azrok, either to fight them or to try to negotiate or something. So, the piece of the puzzle that she would not know that you guys do is that, from what you learned from Azrok's wife, I am spacing her name.
That's
There
okay.
it is.
Mrs. Azrock.
Mrs. Azrok. What the heck? I'll find it in a minute. That Xanathar, and Azrok had sort of an uneasy truce, but
Lurkana?
that's it. Yep.
What was it?
Lurkana.
Yeah, Lurkana.
Okay, had an uneasy peace. Yes, Azrok had or Azrok was hosting the Mind Flayer.
Yeah, and they were lamenting the fact that it seemed that Xanathar was sort of leeching their forces away.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like he was preparing to perhaps overthrow them at some point. They definitely didn't really trust the alliance, but they between Xanathar and the Drow were in a tight spot. Didn't really have a choice, so they were working with him. So it seems that your explosive distraction may have caused them to pull more of their the forces that were loyal to Xanathar out of Azrok's hold.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for the reminder of that diplomatic reality. But there's more to this, and I want you to hear.
But wait.
What I'm about to say. Some of it may sound upsetting, but I think you're going to like how it ends. Azrok's forces present a unique opportunity for the Zenorim. It's a massive force, one that likely does not belong underground and could be employed to much effectiveness in many a Zenorim campaign on the surface. However, if they could be turned to capture Skullport and Skull Island and the castle and turn it to the Zents could then redeploy Azrok's forces to a more advantageous position somewhere on a surface conflict. Think about how much coin that kind of army would bring to a wanton lord. Meanwhile, someone with the political know-how and elbow grease is going to need to rule Skullport.
She just
think
has
that
a
would be
smile
you.
that is slowly growing as you elaborate on this plan.
But before that can happen, we have to temporarily set aside our feelings. We have to separate Azrok from Xanathar, and then there might be a bit of a fight. And if we can win, I think you stand to be the next mayor, or whatever you might want to call yourself. If you want to figure out if you can ride a wyvern, I think that might actually be a good look for you coming out of Skull Island. If you want to, if that's your jam. I just don't see Azrok being the kind of force once contracted with the Zents. Once the Zents can present their unique opportunity, their unique offering, I see once peace is achieved, that force being moved topside, and something more native being employed to hold power.
And certainly would help to have someone within. She says someone like clearly speaking about herself. Someone with a strong understanding of Underdark politics and denizens.
Yes, and someone who has the right relationships with the top with someone like Istrid that would be able to support you in however you needed to be supported in order to maintain control and apply pressure to other families that we may not want to make further inroads. Speaking, of course, of other drow houses.
Of course. Well, she gives Blue here a scratch on the top of his noggin, like kind of long fingernails.
Ugh.
Says, what do you think, Blue? Up for a bit of a fight, as Kernet says. Who
Some
he
things
nods vigorously.
some things have to happen before we know that Xanathar has positioned an emissary in the ranks, and that emissary must be removed, forcibly or diplomatically, though it's likely the former. And then the Zens must be presented with the right contract. But if they are to sign, then time will be limited, and we must strike while the iron is hot. Keep the momentum, the pressure. And right now, Xanathar's guild is a nest in disarray.
So it seems. What do you ask of me, other than
Yeah, credit. What do you ask of her?
presumably
You nudge him on the arm a couple
my
times.
the contribution of my forces?
You need
you are offering me the lordship of Skullport, effectively.
I think you are uniquely positioned for that role. Yes.
No other terms.
You'd have to be friends with Istrid Horn.
She is. They work together quite closely now. Look, my interests lie with the benefit of what's good for the larger Zent family. I have interests that lie deeper within within Underdark, within the dungeon. And it behooves me to have a very safe place to come back to, a place that welcomes me, that's much closer, welcomes
Indeed.
us, that's much closer than the surface, and that is Skullport.
What about your family?
Yeah, fuck his family. They're a bunch of jerks.
Yeah,
Why don't you
Haladar,
have
I'll tell you all about it sometime.
Hey, your dad's a dick. I don't like him.
He's not a great guy. I'll ask of you in the meantime is to hold tight, and know that I am working on coming to the right contract with Azrock, with the blessing of Istrid. And if a deal can be struck, then you may find yourself welcomed into a coalition of the willing, and the ensuing siege of Skullport. Unless you know anything about any Duragar activities in Skullport, I'm afraid that's where we're off to next.
Can't say that we do.
Consolidate.
You are continue to be
Fortify.
full of surprises. And she says that yes, I will help you in whatever way I can. With the understanding that I will take control of Skullport and the trade that goes through it if this is successful. Oversee it for the Zentrum, although I will not. Although we are allies, I do not answer to them. I want that part clear.
What the Zentrum wants is a place for trade. We want
they shall have
trade
it.
to flourish, and as long as trade flows, and the relationship is a strong one, I really don't see a reason why this could not work. And you will have my strong recommendation with Istrid as the person to lean on for this task, for this duty, this whatever you would call it.
Duty.
This mantle. The mantle of leadership, but just a bit of patience as we try to deftly navigate this next part.
Patience is something I have in spades.
Perfect.
Because you just keep handing her more and more power, she shares with you one of her sort of key objectives in why she's doing all this.
Besides the key that she's already given us a part of, right? She gave us the
well,
key, right? Swither Swamp. Didn't she give us that large stone key, or was that the?
somebody gave you a key. It might have been her.
Meet me
I'll
on the
need to go
lost
back and look.
level. Find my twin in Slither Swamp.
Ah,
She thinks the key came from somewhere near the School of Magic, but I don't know who she is. I think it's Rizrael, though.
That might. Oh, yeah. You're right. That was when you first met her, and she. Yeah, that you are correct. No. On the topic of sort of knowledge of the Underdark and why she would be a good candidate to govern Skullport on your behalf. She reveals to you that she's aware that there has been um, an uprising of sorts in Menzo Berenzin, the
Ooh.
Drow capital.
Yep.
And several of the lesser houses have been forced to flee.
Oh no.
Of them, House Alvrindar and Freth, as well as a couple of other smaller houses, have found their way to Undermountain. And it is, even though she is not, a matron mother, it is her objective to sort of consolidate these scattered house forces under her own banner, and you've given her an excellent platform with which to do that. So if you're able to conquer Skullport, then she can rule from there and probably achieve that objective. So
I think all parties stand to benefit in this arrangement.
So she freely shares that with you, just to be
Interesting.
Completely transparent.
We will be aware of this should we encounter additional Drow refugees, if that is the right term, as they're fleeing Menzo Berenzin.
Yes, send them my way. Although anyone of note from those houses is likely to object to my presence and goals.
Both Freth and Alvrindar. I imagine Alvrindar, yes, but Freth is also.
Yeah, and those two houses hate each other as well. And pretty much anyone.
A lot of love in the Drow community.
No, very, very hostile environment overall. Anyway, she seems very pleased that you guys stopped by.
Sweet. Could you point us towards the nearest fight so that other people in this party can have some fun tonight?
The nearest fight. Well,
just anywhere where we can roll some initiative so that Ham can stretch his legs and I can stop talking.
Maybe you'll kill a goblin or something.
Spiders outside if you want to practice.
I don't mean to thin your defenses here. Okay. I imagine that if we go to Azrak's forces now, even if they're thinned, everyone's still going to have to get ID, and that's going to take some time. Are there parts of this level that we have not explored that is maybe worth exploring, or have we pretty much done everything? I forget.
There are. I mean, there's a couple of places that might be sort of interesting, but
But the real question
not,
is there a reason to go explore them? Like, if we don't have any real reason and we have an
Right.
objective, we go towards the objective.
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Well, I just
Rizeril does mention that she has found, getting settled in here and letting her were-rats prowl about and poke around for secrets.
Piss on the floor, I've noticed.
They found a room that, a set of doors, a couple of sets of doors that probably connect, that they cannot get into.
like meaning the doors are locked.
In some way, yes.
That's not that fucking dwarf door. Or was that on the last? That was on the last level, wasn't it?
No, that's this level.
No, that is
Oh,
what she's
okay,
talking
yeah.
about.
Oh, okay. Then we can't get in there anyways. It's got to be a fucking dwarf.
So she says,
Oh yeah, if she mentions
if you
that, I'll
had
just be like,
some method to find out what is inside, I would like to know, but it's not immediately.
we were
important.
able to read the inscription on those doors, and you do have to be of dwarven blood for them to open. So
shame.
unless you can find a dwarf, the doors will not.
She gives a
yield.
look to the rats, and they're like, "Yeah, we'll find a dwarf."
If you can find a dwarf, yes. And as for what's inside, we have no idea. But yes,
That's not a dwarf.
They go and grab Ham. Like,
No,
we have found a dwarf.
You'll want
Lead
something
him
that's
to the
about,
door.
twice as wide and bearded.
Yeah.
Same height. Yeah. Also, they won't stop talking about stone. And some guy named Carl.
Carl.
Yeah. If you say for Carl and he repeats it with gusto, you have a dwarf.
Just say rocket stone and you'll find one.
Yeah.
Almost
rocket stone.
Yeah.
I want to yell that. I want to yell that at Comic-Con and see how many people are like, Rock and Stone!
Oh,
Man,
It's going to be so embarrassing when no one says
when no
anything.
one does it, and
Yeah.
everyone's
Just
just
look at you.
staring at you.
Comic-Con, are you kidding me?
Like, I don't know.
And
Like,
I'll
it's
be there,
moderately
but I won't say it
popular,
back to you. I'm
but
just going to laugh at your ass.
Rock and
Rock and
pretty
Stone.
popular.
Yeah.
you need to plant somebody else across the hall that will yell it back if there's no takers.
Right?
Ben was
Yeah,
my plant.
insurance.
He's gonna fuck you
He's
over.
not gonna do it. He's gonna stare. He's gonna be filming. And it'll just be like,
Yeah.
this loser plays Deep Rock Galactic.
Yeah, what a loser.
Loser.
Let's go
okay.
play fucking Call of Duty.
So we could approach Azrak's forces. I'm the only one with papers, but Ham looks pretty different, and everybody else is relative, and so does, and Rotharm has the hat of disguise, so he could be a completely different person. They're not gonna know.
True.
I also have a hat of this.
Although
Yeah,
he
but
will
you could
need
be you.
he will need papers for that
I don't want to be me.
other person. Presumably.
Yeah, but
Can I disguise myself as Rotharm, but who also has papers?
Couldn't you just forge papers?
No, I mean, like, could I change my
You
clothes
totally
to
could.
put the papers?
oh
like,
yeah, I could
on those
share
clothes?
my papers with you, and you could make you could use your forgery kit.
Yeah, I'd for sure have a forgery kit.
Yes.
I would try
Would
for
you
it,
like
but-
to do that for everyone present so that you don't have to go back through the bureaucrat's office?
Would I like to?
Yeah.
Yeah, can I roll? Like,
Uh-huh. Yeah, if you want to do like some sleight of hand.
Am I proficient in forgery?
You have to have like a forgery kit.
I'm
There's
pretty
no-
sure
I
you
have
have a
it. I have
forgery
it.
kit.
I'm just wondering if my proficiency applies.
You've used your forgery kit to forge the stone of galore.
I'm proficient in
Oh, yeah, he did do
the
that.
poisoner's kit and the thieves' tools.
He didn't roll very well on it, but
I
he
don't know if
did.
I'm proficient with the forgery kit. I do actually have like a cast, like a mold for those
Well,
things you are.
just roll sleight of hand. And that'll work.
Okay,
Oh yeah, I need to have the thing open.
13.
Right. It's so you sort of in a rush.
It'll be fine. They don't look that close.
You copy Krenit's paper and hand one out to everybody else with their sort of
What do you call a typo, but when it's done with
information, right?
a pen pose?
And it's,
I spelled my name wrong.
although the check was not terribly high, it's at least as good as
Goblins.
as some sort of illiterate goblins.
Oh yeah, the goblins wrote it, huh?
Mhm, yeah. You can see the level of quality they supplied
It
Granite with, which
It
is
actually
like.
looks nicer than goblin handwriting, which is the problem, right? Which is the thing that
But
stings.
at 13, I'm not sure.
No, I'm saying I didn't do a good job of making it look shitty like a goblin. I actually made it look nicer. It's
Yeah.
like when you're
Too
like,
nice.
It's too legible.
it's like when like a student hands in the paperwork and it's like, this was clearly written by your parents.
Yeah. Okay, so with some passable IDs.
One for you, one for you, one for
Papers,
you.
please. If you're headed straight there, I can just
There, Ham, this one's yours. That's Ham McLovin.
teleport you guys over.
Okay.
I guess so. Yeah,
Ham
Rizral has
McLovin.
a sending stone, right?
Rizral has one already.
Okay.
I have one with Istrid, and then I have one more that I need to hand to Prita when I
Gotcha.
meet her.
Okay. So
I found
Rizral just says, stay in touch. Let me know.
Oh,
when
I
you need
shake the
us.
sending stone at her and say I will. Also, feel free to let me know if you need an update from me. I'm more than happy to use this too. So
Sure, I will
Perfect.
make sure
God
that
damn it,
my
James.
forces are prepared. Nice.
It's so fucking.
even the font. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good. Damn. Quality work.
What would we do without a Photoshop Pro?
Yeah.
I have way less inspiration, that's for sure.
Way so much longer to do
Bank.
anything I do in
Bank and
Photoshop.
everything.
Hi, I know who it is. Why is who underlined? Like, why is that the emphasis? I know who it is.
You're
Like,
supposed to figure out who your crush is. That's like the whole game.
but like that would mean you should underline no, right?
Well, it's weird because they haven't
Because you're trying
figured
to
out
figure
like
out who it is. That's the whole game.
yeah, they hadn't figured out texting at this point in time.
Yeah.
So it's not clear what like the underline is supposed to do. Is it supposed to emphasize?
It's like a weird Guess Who
Yeah.
game.
Or it's like when businesses put unnecessary things in quotes.
They're like,
and,
this is the part that matters. Underline.
Yeah, it's like, no, that's not how
Or like
that text emphasis works.
Welcome to You Are Doom.
It
Why, for God's sakes, is Doom in quotes?
immediately comes
Is the
useless like
wink
with
in the
color.
eye?
Yeah.
Is the-
Yeah, I know who it is too.
Like quality meats, and like quality is in quotes, and it's like that doesn't mean what you think it means.
Like what? That shouldn't be suspect.
All right. So you guys, you sort of know the way. Stumble through some tunnels back towards Azrock's hold. Rizril, her rats and spiders awaiting your signal. Let's see. You don't have to walk all the way over there.
That's what I love about the Zen Room. From a Krenit point of view, the first character I ever made hates Zens with passion. Krenit loves the pragmatic approach of that. Like anybody, it doesn't matter what your walk of life is. If you like money, you like power, and you don't mind fighting, everybody can be a Zend.
Oliver just likes bad girls.
Well, I appreciate your moral ambiguity because, man, the teammates we've had.
I mean, the teammates we currently
the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Have been a real doozy.
What is Rotharm poisoning the soup again?
Mm-hmm.
What are you throwing in?
What's the plan?
Oh,
Wait, did that happen?
I'm trying to look for a weak point. Yeah, I like put like a shit ton of. We were trying to rescue Krenet from.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got captured.
We got real fucked up. We got
Poisoned our
super jumped, and Krennic got captured.
I got betrayed.
He
Yeah,
got
I
betrayed.
ended up poisoning everyone, and then I don't think ended up helping me.
Well, we killed
Well,
them all
drugged,
before they
it
get
drugged all the guys
Technically,
that
I
weren't
didn't
in
poison
combat
them.
with us.
I drugged them. I didn't poison them. That would have been helpful.
Yeah, he
Oh,
threw a
that's so
bunch
much
of
better.
magic mushrooms through a window
Yeah.
onto the mushroom chopping table, so it got mixed into the food.
The thing is, we attacked so quickly that the food never got to any of the people we ended up fighting. So
Yeah.
I think I'm just looking for some snacks, honestly. I think I'm grabbing something
He's looking for snacks. Yeah, they've got.
Yeah,
You know,
I'm literally like what I'm doing is
Wine
we're
bar.
in Rizral's house and I'm helping myself to her fridge. You know, like
yeah.
oh cool, Sunny D. Like
Oh no! You got to get the purple stuff. It's way better.
yeah,
Purple drink.
right.
The goblin chef like tries to chop at your fingers as you're taking stuff off the table.
Okay, can I like slide a hand, throw something into the pot,
Totally.
and I just want to keep them on their toes.
Well, yeah. What are you throwing into the pot?
Guy keeps trying to poison our meal.
I'm not poisoning your meal.
No, like if you're the guy, for the guys.
It's just string.
String.
Yeah.
All right. You just like
couple ball bearings.
this goblin walks off to get some more ingredients, and you go and like.
As a
You just
fellow
hear
chef,
like
personal
I'll throw like a ball bearing or two in there, like thumb in.
You're ruining it. It'll taste too much like kettle.
I see.
Yeah,
You've never eaten your own shotgun killed duck before.
I mean,
They
I
don't
tell
seem
Tick
to
about
I
notice.
have
shotgun.
poison bullets in my gun. I wouldn't eat from what I killed with that. Unless it was for science. Totally would.
I grabbed a snack for him.
Yeah. The rations aren't great. It's a lot of Underdark fare, some kind of mystery meats, and some funguses and things.
Yeah, it's one of those like I made him a sandwich where it's just like 2 portobellas instead of buns.
That works.
Disgusting.
So Kai.
Yeah.
Well, I don't necessarily like if we pass through Azrok's place on our way to Skullport, assuming they don't demand an update because they haven't seen us in a few days and we're still technically on a quest. We can go straight to Skullport, like because we're actually pursuing the thing. And the thought is that I don't need to talk to Pretty Keeper right now. I can talk to Pretty Keeper after we get the dagger, if we can get the dagger, and we can maybe shake down a Duragar or two tonight, unless there is a immediate plot wall that I don't know about between us and Skullport at the moment.
A plot wall.
It's just like otherwise it's going to be Krennet talking to all these people.
It is. I mean, let's see, other people
Which is
can
fine
maybe
for me.
try
I
to
just want to make
contribute
sure that
to
everybody
the,
like
step on Crenet's
Some
toes.
sessions are RP. That's fine.
I'm waiting
I'm
for us to
fine.
get out of earshot of the fucking drowned rat people and yell at you.
I want
Because
to
I
find
don't like
out
the
who.
idea of working with these rat people and drow.
I want to find out who has the worst sinus infection or throat infection in the kitchen, and then get the food he's touching and hand it to Krenet.
Jesus.
Give you a dirty fork. Maybe he'll lose his voice.
They're all in pretty good health.
I find that hard to believe.
The healthcare under her is much better than it used to be.
Rizral, are you treating these goblins fairly?
The unionized.
No comment.
Oh, this is good shit. Hold on. I made you guys a fractal roast beef.
Fractal roast beef. Well, I was planning for you guys to at least check in with Azrok on the way through.
okay, well, let's do that.
You guys, you go through the sort of guard guard post. This area here.
Present our papers.
Um,
The present turn.
Yeah, there's still quite a lot of hobgoblins guarding that sort of entryway, but they either recognize you or otherwise accept the paperwork
Or don't.
and then lead you
Southwest, yeah.
up the winding. I can just teleport you guys over here too. Oh my god, everybody's flying. So yeah, this is the first place you get to.
Okay, there we are.
And then they lead you north.
Ah, hobgoblins. Now this is much better than fucking drow and rat people.
Oh yes, please tell me what Aladar says to credit.
Yeah.
I wish
As you
to
guys
be
are on your way
teleported.
over here, he voices his concerns
You
about.
know a drow
rats.
shot me in the stomach.
I know a certain members of a certain drow faction, which I can't remember the name.
Oh, the one that she wants to align back into her fold?
No.
Sounds like she wants to overthrow
the-
Instant Horde.
No, the
Thank you very much.
Bergendarth are a separate, non-traditional.
Oh yeah. Aladar doesn't know
Alvindar
that
house.
though.
I'm telling Aladar like the Bergendarth were some faction out of, what's that town to the north that they all hail out of?
Northville.
Silvery Moon? No.
No, it's the largest towns north of Neverwinter, I think.
Cold.
The next, huh?
Cold.
Luskan?
No. Luskan, yes, Luskan.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, like, and they're like drow, like pirates, like a pirate coalition.
Yeah, like outcast males, basically.
Yeah, like it has nothing to do with like traditional Underdark drow culture.
If anything, they exist because they got kicked out of the Underdark culture, right?
And we're not. There are so many of them, so many drow down here that we're not going to have an effect by fighting against them at a base level. We can just hope to steer this group at the top to at least be in a position where they can be helpful. And I mean, I saw you looking at the proportions on Rizrael.
I don't trust her.
Look, that's never stopped you before.
When you get shot in the stomach a few times, and have
Yeah,
to
but it was
carry
a
your
dude that
life.
shot you. It
I
wasn't a
grab
lady.
Tick and I go, when you have to carry his lifeless body back.
Did you see what they did to my boy?
My sweet boy.
My sweet boy.
He's been traumatized for life.
I like to think that all these hobgoblins are just standing here like, what the fuck?
Yeah, this
are
is
they
this is
doing?
one of those Always Sunny scenes where they're like bickering forever, and then the camera cuts to the other side of the room, and there's somebody like so.
Done with it.
Oh man,
coming
those
in or
frapple
out,
sandwiches.
Oh boy.
Don't know if we should have been a part of that.
We weren't a part of that.
Right. So you guys arrive. They accept your shoddy paperwork.
Nobility or something.
And give you an escort up to the hold proper. You go by a few of these chambers, or caverns, I suppose, that you passed by previously.
And we probably see far
fewer bugbears.
Bugbears,
The hobgoblins are still around. There are a couple of bugbears still guarding the halls, but yeah, way fewer in number than before. Your escort asks what your business is in Azrok's hold.
Oh, we're just trying to meet people, shake hands.
We would like to meet with either Azrok or Lorcana, but we are also we have a mission from Lorcana that would require us to make it to Skullport.
Did I
Mission
not
from
catch where you
God.
guys went?
What's
Or
that?
is it wrong?
I'll do a dome.
I'll just I'm gonna teleport you guys up here in a sec. Yeah, your escort leads you through the old dwarven ruins that have been sort of restored. Stormcolder. All right, we got Aladar, we got
I'll move
Ham,
Krenet to there too. There we go.
Krenet, Rotharm.
Oh wow,
and
they're
Tick.
just
All right.
standing here. They're like out
Yeah,
in the
so
open.
it looks like there's an inspection going on.
I got someone I want to inspect.
Troops are arrayed. And there might be a few more than depicted here, but anyway, they're in ranks. Looks very pretty impressive.
Are they the Arrayed Redemption?
Oh my god.
Were they a shadow legend?
You can't hear me shaking my head. But I'm shaking my head. I guess we just silently appear and either wait for them to finish or wait till we're acknowledged.
Yeah, your escort announces you. And
Aladar and friends.
A few strums on the lute.
Ring.
Bring.
Did you guys see what happened when Lorcana turned around?
Astral fight, you could see it from the front.
Jesus.
And
Sorry, what?
Yeah, Lorcana turns and seems surprised that you're returning from from that direction.
Yeah, and I will just quickly say we have much to speak of. Best done in private.
Very well.
As Rocket looks over blindly. What?
No, he knowing what you do now, he does a very good job of not looking like he's
Badass, by the
like he
way.
can't see.
Looks fucking rad.
Yeah.
Wait, if he's blind, is he just blinded?
I think I'm the only one that knows this.
That's what she told you, or what she told Krenet. I don't know if anybody else was there.
Blindness,
I wasn't there.
You, yeah, you might.
Like, I literally have lesser restoration, which is one of the key tenets is cures blindness.
Well, you could try it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna do it right here because I don't fully know what the plan is, but
yeah. So
no.
I don't think we know he's blind. Like, is
Yeah,
he,
we
like,
do.
I know
We
Krenet,
definitely know that he's blind.
Yeah, you guys know.
But
I
But
don't.
You
at
might
least
not know
Krenet
the,
and maybe also Ham. Rothar might have been running off, getting into trouble.
That's
I think-
true. You got fucked over
yeah.
by the Jinn or whatever it was. It wasn't a Jinn. It was Oni, right?
Oni.
Tony,
yeah.
Yeah. On PS2.
So yeah, I will let Lorcana know that we should speak in private, with all possible haste whenever it's convenient, and then I'll just stand here until I'm directed to go somewhere.
I elbow you and go, good move. We'll get her alone.
Yeah, no, she dismisses. They dismiss their troops, and she leads you and Azrock to this room south of you.
Okay. Cube.
Which some of you may remember. This is where you saw their advisor.
Yes, this is where the mind
Jennifer
flayer
guy,
was.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. who seems
As
to
soon as
no
we
longer
walk
be
in, like
present.
kind of gets pretty wary, like looking around to see if he's around.
She says,
Grant, would you like to sit down? You look a bit wary.
nah.
Damn
Yeah,
it, dude.
as you guys pile in, I suppose they've got a couple of guards that stand at attention outside of the door, but once everybody's inside, is Rotharm not going in?
It just waits for the door to close and then reopens it.
I
He's
refuse.
like a
I'm here
cat.
now. I'm here now.
I don't like closed doors.
Little lordy boy always has to be a fancy pants way entering. Play chess with yourself.
White's made 3 mistakes that I can see.
There is no white pieces.
So I'm
Lurkana, did
Yeah,
your
it's-
husband know?
It's very very confusing chess game.
That's a boggle board, you idiot.
I will catch Lorcana up on why we look like a vastly different group of people.
Because we are.
I will let her know that we have not been successful thus far in locating a dagger. But that we I can't.
What do you need this dagger for? I can get a dagger, and you have a dagger. Why don't you just give her yours?
It's a very special dagger.
Oh,
Not just any dagger.
Not just any dagger.
what's it do?
And then, is the representative from Thanathar's guild still present in the base?
That creature has left. Along with, I may add, many of our bugbear troops that have shown who they are truly, where their allegiances lie.
I see. I come to offer you a deal. In addition to still agreeing to our finding this dagger in Skullport.
Very well. What is this deal?
I come as a representative of the Zentarim, a group who appreciates unique and diverse skill sets. A group that knows talent in battle and strategy when they see it.
Talking about me.
And we see this Azrock force as a possible new addition. And I want to be able to talk to you about this, but I also realize that you have no reason to trust us as of yet. I just want to be on the level that we do want to get the dagger that you have sent us to get. But I want you to know that in good faith in finding it, that the Zentarim are in a unique position to offer you a much better deal than what you're getting from Xanathar. And that the Zentarim know how to know what you can offer as a force. If you don't know anything about the Zentarim, that's fine. I've got lots of literature.
Leave a
We have
pamphlet.
pamphlets.
I have all these helpful pamphlets.
He's been slipping him under doors
The
this whole time.
Zentarim and you. A
Uh,
beginner's guide.
Looks like a Chinese food restaurant. Like that.
Yeah.
It's like, do you need a hit near you? Here it is.
the reality of the Xanathar Guild has changed in the last 3 days. Someone has struck at the heart of their base and detonated a large quantity of explosives inside of it,
That was us.
and it has them
You
reeling and nervous.
and this was your doing.
We had something to do with it. We had a score to settle with someone in particular inside of the organization.
That's ominous.
And
to
then there
think.
were extenuating circumstances, and I look over
Mhm.
at Ham.
I look
I
over
died.
at Tick.
What? What?
We were able to
Hey.
rectify our um, I don't know what to call it, a debt, our blood debt with the person we had it with, but it came at a great cost to the Xanathars, and now we see that it has had repercussions on your forces.
We assumed that Xanathar was consolidating his troops to perhaps make a move.
He may. That may be the case. You may be a force that makes him too nervous now to.
You're better than
Uh,
Xanathar, both of you.
Yes, my friend Aladar has it right. We have seen what makes up the Xanathar Guild, and there is more talent and discipline here than they could ever hope to have. I can't say for sure whether they are consolidating to move against you. I am, however, ready to offer you a deal to join the Zentrum. It's not like joining the Xanathar Guild. The
Gotta help
terms.
Yeah, Azrock it chimes up. You know, he's been sort of standing silently.
We've literally never heard him speak.
Yeah, other than just like his you've seen him
Harumph.
nod at things and kind of grumble.
Digs into his
And
bread
his
sandwich, though.
voice echoes in his helm, which is still
on
it's dark,
backwards.
so like you can't see his eyes, you know, and says that it sounds like we're trading one master for another.
No. This is totally different.
Yes, but no.
Look, the Xanathar does not have a leadership structure the way the Xanathar Guild does.
You said
this-
Xanathar both times.
Sorry, the Zentrum.
Problem
really
with having
hard.
two gains with a Z
Yeah,
name.
One's an
Yeah.
X and one's
with
a
a
Z.
Z
It's not
sound.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, but their phonetics are Z's.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's awful.
Fucking
Xanathar,
writing.
Xanathar will allow you to grow. Or no, wait, I have the
The
back.
There's
Jesus
more.
Christ.
There's.
Scratch that.
Hold up the pamphlet.
I'm sorry. Could you
Hold up
just
the
read this
pamphlet.
literature that I brought with me?
Yeah.
Pamphlet
Uh,
explains
The
it all.
Zentrum will
Yeah,
allow you
so-
to grow in leadership,
yeah.
whereas the Zentrum
Look, I'm not
want you
even
as
really with
slaves.
the Zentrum, but it seems like in Zentrum stuff, you sort of have a choice about, whether to be a part of it or not. And Xanathar doesn't seem that way.
Xanathar will fill your ranks with mind flayers and analytic devourers until you're all replaced.
Yeah, that we know.
Or you can earn some coin and seek out power for yourself.
This is true. The Zentrum are in a unique position to bolster you here in this situation if you choose to stand with us. I assume that your destiny lies beyond the strictures of the Underdark. When I look upon your disciplined forces, I can't help but think the coin you would bring in from being able to sell the talent of your forces for simply defending a village or a manor here or there. That is what the Zentrum are doing. They provide security across the Sword Coast and across Faerun itself. Security that is won sometimes, oftentimes, in the victory of great battle. There is a force above you that is willing to join with the forces of Azrog to apply pressure to recapture Skullport and set up a leadership there that is Zentrum friendly. And if that can be accomplished, you and your forces would be welcome to, of course, pursue whatever fortune has for you on the surface. You're welcome to go wherever you'd like, assuming you want to get out of the Underdark. Maybe you want to fight maybe you've always wanted to see Kalasham. Maybe you want to supply some of your soldiers to be merchant guards as they secure caravan routes or what have you, and you just sit back and live the good life. Well, your soldiers make sure that the roads stay clear of bandits and highwaymen. There is opportunity here, not control. We have no reason to shackle you the way Xanathar has. We don't want to offer you trading the fear of one faction for another. That's not how we operate. And a hefty coin purse to match.
Excellent speech. Roll persuasion.
Right. So yes, definitely actually roll persuasion because I want to see.
Do we have our bank of
Inspiration.
Inspiration is what, 1 right now? Just in case I roll total shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and Sam, I don't know if we were doing this when
No.
you last
that
played,
sounds
but
like a new term.
we've been, instead of awarding individual inspirations, we're doing a pool.
Oh.
So you can get the party can have up to 2, and anybody can pull from that whenever you want.
Okay, that's neat.
Okay, I'm gonna.
That's just a shared resource.
Okay, that's cool. I dig it.
Can I be helping him because I was interjecting?
You certainly could, and then you wouldn't need to use an inspiration for it.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. If I remember how this happened.
Or can I roll my persuasion?
No, Granite did the talking.
Okay.
That work? Okay,
if you right click the roll, you should be able to do it as with advantage.
Oh, really? That's an option?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Okay, but it's not coming up in. Okay, so I'll just roll in Tailspire. I don't see it coming up. I don't know why, but I'll roll. Here's. Oh, okay. Hold on. Okay, 1, 2.
Make sure that you're. It's possible to have D&D Beyond set to roll privately, so it just sends it to you.
Are you in campaign rolling?
I should be. Yeah, I am in campaign.
Yeah, if your character is linked to the campaign,
plus
then, yeah.
4 to.
I don't see your campaign roll, so.
I'll just roll it. Fuck it.
Yeah, and it might be set to private.
Manual.
Roll 2 20s. There you go. 20.
That's steady.
Wow.
24.
Wow.
24.
All right. So yeah, they're definitely receptive to this. And Azrock says that he has worked hard to scratch out this corner of the world for themselves, but he longs to see more. No pun intended.
This is your opportunity.
And says that he tires of being under Xanathar's boot.
Under my own boot.
Yeah, under my own boot. I'm very flexible.
Under my own boot. The Azrock story.
And if you have the forces to challenge Xanathar, then he will help you.
About to fight alongside some unsavory people that I don't much care for.
And that is. This is where you have to understand the nature of Zentarim pragmatism. The forces that exist under sort of not Zentarim control, but Zentarim influence happen to be under an otherwise exiled drow mage.
They're drow and rat people.
Who you have scuffled with in the past.
Lurkana
I
snarls.
want to end this.
Hey, I'm with you. I'm going to stand over here because I agree.
I am not. I would not ask. I would not ask that you have to be friends.
The line in the sand.
There it is.
I would not ask that you have to be friends.
She says.
I ask you to realize that in the at this moment you have goals that very much align with one another, and a very big coin purse to gain from, and some vengeance to exact.
Hear me
when
out. We'll try to put them in
table,
front of you, so they die first.
When I look at the table, what you stand to gain is quite large compared to making, trying to stake this out for yourself. I have no desire to pursue sort of Zentarim interests further than Skullport, further than here. If your party is uninterested, I will simply let you decide for yourself how you will navigate.
They say you are foolish to trust a drow.
That's what I've been saying.
We will aid you, but we will not rely on them.
I don't ask you to rely on them, but understand that they offer a force that could, especially now, with some of your larger units gone, help bolster your flanks. And if we can win the day and take Skullport and force Sundeath out, you are free to take any Zentarim contract you want. Go anywhere in Faerun you want. Your forces are desired.
Have you guys been outside? It's awesome.
Not for many years.
All the sights you can see, have the
The
fresh
sky
air
and
everywhere.
everything.
Yeah.
And the Zentarim are prepared to offer you quite a handsome sum to consider enlisting. And again, if you serve and decide that perhaps Zent life is not for you, there are ways out. It is not the Xanathar Guild where you are in for life.
Or until they replace you with a mind flayer.
Yeah. Azrog says, I would like to see them try to bind me.
Oh, I don't think anyone could, big boy.
I don't think so. They don't make shackles that big.
I worry that many of our warriors will die in this upcoming assault. The reward needs to be great.
What about like 100 gold?
know that I know not whether your forces have participated in a siege. It doesn't necessarily seem like that's your style. It may be that we are in a position where we have to be protracted in our application of pressure, and it is not an immediate cataclysmic battle between two opposing forces, but instead a long starving out,
Hmm.
where if they then choose after months of siege to come out, they will then be crushed in a whimper. However, if I can, I want to be there fighting beside your forces and helping you achieve victory. And I think many of us here would choose to do the same.
He Azrock puts his hand up and says that it sounds like we are helping you achieve victory. But we are skilled in the art of war, and we will strategize with you.
We still owe you a dagger, do we not?
That was the agreement.
We have some Durgar to shake down, and while we are there, we can probe. It is in war, it is good to apply such pressure, to apply force in such a way and so fast that you don't just win the battle, but you set a tone for all future battles.
Mm.
And if such a victory can be, if a way to such a victory can be found, that is what we're looking for.
All right. So, you seem to have their buy-in, although yeah, they want to have a seat at the table to plan the strategy for this. Since it's largely their troops on the line. But yeah,
That's acceptable.
Seems they seem agreeable to it.
I assume the strategy table would then have 3 people plus us at it, right? It would be Istrid or whoever else wants to command any topside Zentrum forces,
Yeah,
whatever can be mustered
probably the
in
Master of Arms
time.
lady. What's it? Yeah.
It would be Rizaril, and it would be Azrock, and then
Mm-hmm.
us. But what I
Sounds like
imagine
we need
that
to
we're
go get
gonna.
this dagger.
It sounds like we need to get the dagger. It also sounds like that. When I think about a role that we, our talented party could play is essentially sappers.
I figured we'd go in with the Zents.
We are all Zents come battle
I meant
time.
surface side. I assume we'd go in that way.
And they did offer Istrid and party did offer you, some like elite units
Sweet.
that you could use
Okay.
on the house.
So, where do we get this dagger?
Well, apparently a gang of Duragar have made off with it. They are suspected to be somewhere in Skullport. However, the majority of the garrison of Skull Island is also Durgar, which might mean that there's a high probability that the dagger itself is inside the castle. However,
Although
if that's where
minor
it
correction,
goes,
not the majority of the garrison isn't Duragar, but there was a sizable presence.
if we do have to go into Skull Island, at least it would allow us some opposition research.
Yeah,
Why would a big guy like you need a dagger? Is it ceremonial or something?
yeah, because he definitely does carry around a greatsword.
Yeah, so I fight a little weird.
It's more than sentimental. It is us being able to retrieve it for him is a symbol of trust and yeah. Running out of words here because I've been talking.
It is a very valuable magical heirloom that we need returned.
So that's where we will turn our attention to next. Two-pronged, both finding the dagger and gaining intel.
I don't know why you guys are refusing to tell me he's blind, but okay. I don't understand.
You know what?
It.
Aladar
Why
rolled.
refuse to tell you he's blind? I think we would probably tell you that Azrock is blind.
You have not.
But you haven't.
I mean, you just haven't yet.
Yeah, you guys have not told me, and I keep thinking about this dagger for one person to say it. And
I don't know that he's
too
blind.
I don't want to say it.
Yeah, Tick doesn't know either.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it in this company. I
Then
should have
maybe
told you on the
Rotherham
way down
doesn't.
here.
Yeah, I asked you when we weren't in their company, and you didn't tell me.
Well,
Fate and Draconic, you coward.
Aladar could roll an insight, and maybe he might just be able to tell on his own.
Yeah, let's do it. What do we got? Nope. That's a 6. Wait, what? Oh no, a 12. That looks like a 1 on that dice. Okay. Weird. A 12.
Yeah, no, the dark helm obscures his face, so yeah, you can't really.
Because we could just solve this whole dagger thing right now if I could cure it.
It is a possibility.
Well,
Is
never
that something Krennet wants to brief?
Okay, yes, I will
Aladar
just
on?
then yes. If this is the way we want it to go,
up to you. You're the one that holds all the knowledge.
Lorcana,
The lore
if I
master.
may, I am aware of the affliction that your husband has. Our friend, longtime friend, I realized he wasn't with us last time. He was otherwise indisposed when we
I
were
was
down
drunk.
before. He could permanently cure Azrock of his affliction.
I can what now?
Is this true?
And you would not have to rely on the powers of the dagger.
I mean, try. I am a healer of sorts.
And like looking to make sure that like it's not immediately disgraceful or something, like it's not a faux pas in Lorcana's eyes. Like that's what I'm looking for. And as soon as she doesn't
Curing his
register that,
blindness is-
I will just tell Aladar that Azrock is blind. So if her face doesn't register, like it would be disgraceful to be healed in such a way.
No. She seems very surprised by this, and says that if your friend, associate, whoever this is, can heal him and restore him, then we will absolutely consider the debt paid.
Oh, Aladar, then please,
Okey-dokey.
Jesusify this man.
I'm gonna touch him and cast Lesser Restoration.
All right, and there's no check or anything, right? It just like
No, just
removes
I think there's a check if they
diseases and
don't want to be cured.
cures
but
blindness and stuff.
Why would you not want to be? Yeah, it can remove the condition of blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned, or disease.
Yeah.
So I cure the blinded condition if I so can.
So you cast the spell, and Lurkana is like looking up at Azrock, expectedly, and you see for the first time, Azrock, his helm turns, and he begins to like look about the room, and at all of you.
I have a big
and
dumb
then
grin on my face.
and then down at Lurkana, and they make eye contact. And
Yeah, it turns out she's been smoking hot the whole time.
We get out of his melee range just to be safe.
It's definitely it's apparent that
They need some time alone.
His eyesight is restored.
You hear just metal stressing against metal.
He sees Lurkana and he gouges out his eyes like, no!
You
Oh,
told me you were beautiful.
you
You
said
said
you
you're
were
overweight.
blonde.
You know we're
You've been
like
blind for-
fat bugbears or whatever we are.
You've been blind for 3 weeks.
Whatever we are.
He like lets go the great sword. It's like the great sword of blindness.
Oh shit, that'd be great.
I thought it was something I ate. I ate a lot of mercury.
Mercurial greatsword.
Yeah.
Azrock is impressed, and says, "Thank you, healer."
We're Aladar friends. This is what we do. And I'm Aladar. These are my friends.
He nods, which is as much of like a bow as he's ever given anybody.
I give a big fancy bow that I'm wont to do. You know, like the one that you have to do in Witcher 3 to like the king. Where it's like all like very specific.
Yeah.
Or you can just
Like,
choose to fucking
sweeping
not do it at
and
all.
fancy.
Which is equally fun.
You just cross your arms. I am bowing to nobody. Even if they are voiced by whatever Dancy. All right. So yeah, he he flexes and seems eager for battle.
Show me a
Excellent.
dagger. If we find that dagger, it's mine.
I don't know if we have to find the dagger now.
If it comes up, it's mine.
The dagger was more of a cultural thing.
Azrock laughs, hefting his mighty greatsword, and says, "You may keep it."
Cool, I like souvenirs.
Great.
I have a sword to bury in Xanathar's skull.
Wonderful.
Something to think about while we still probably need. Do we want to probe the defenses of the
We still
of the
can.
castle? We also need to ask them if they. Okay. I'll also ask if they know how to get down to the lower levels from here. Yeah, I will ask that question.
Yes. Our soldiers guard it.
Sweet. We do have
We'll
other
passage
business
if you
that
wish.
Great. I
And
have
in fact,
a way...
they give you Lurkana gives you a badge that's like stamped metal, and says that if you kind of flash this at any of the checkpoints, they'll let you through with no questions.
Terrific. I'll tell her that we have reason to go a level lower at some point in the near future.
God damn it.
Um,
Well, now he can find it. He has no excuse now. Babe, I'm blind. I can't.
how am I supposed to tell? Okay, squad, do we want to sort of investigate Skullport and probe the defenses of the castle in preparation for a possible siege? Or do we want to let forces coalesce and take a peek at level 4?
Which one involves drinking?
There's definitely more drinking in Skullport. But I can't say it's going to be very good.
Answers.
Um,
I mean, it would be smart to, check out the fortress.
yeah, it would be probably smart to know what you're going up against.
Yeah.
Being very military-minded, these two think it wise that since you have the smaller but more disciplined force,
As I'm like scratching my belly, drinking beer.
yeah, that gives them pause. And with such powerful healers,
I blush a little.
that it might be a better tactical move to strike swiftly, cut the head off the snake. Because a protracted siege, guerrilla tactics could whittle them down, but since they have the greater numbers, and they're on the defensive, they're going to inflict a lot of losses. So, their 2 cents is to strike fast and hard.
Gotcha. All right, let us explore and cogitate on how this might be best executed. In the meantime, consolidate, defend, prepare.
They're like, oh
Pass
yeah,
the
we
sword.
already
Probably-
got everybody lined up out there. We're like ready to go.
Yeah, just if you have a map of, just even a rough map of Skullport and Skull Islands, so that we can lean over a table together when we actually
Sure.
plan this out, that would also be great.
Yeah, no, they definitely have all of those kind of resources, whatever you would want. Intel
Let's
wise,
go
like,
to Skullport, baby.
Yay.
Oh, I have to go. I guess I also have to go talk to Pretty Kiba, but come on, all episode.
we can
talking to people.
yeah, we can say that maybe while you're here, you did go talk to her, and we'll just
Okay.
have that conversation happen next time. It'll be a little flashback.
Sweet. Yeah, and I'll let you know the things that I want to ask her, so that you know what I'm going to ask her anyways.
Oh yeah, that might be useful too. Okay,
Guys did a
so
good job. You're really good at guarding.
they don't acknowledge you at all. They're like those the British guards with the
Who took the
the
stamp metal
Buckingham
thing? 'Cause I would
Palace
totally,
guards?
I would totally take the stamp metal thing.
All right, let's go to Skullport, baby. See if we can get in a scuffle.
Okay.
The Skullport scuffle.
To Skullport, and they indicate that the way down is located basically the other direction, like what at the there's all the guards that you run into in that kind of like defended room.
Oh,
okay,
like
so the
where
way
we
down
came
is
in.
there. I think we did know that actually. I think we've been told
There's the
that.
other way to go that's not to the north. That kind of
Pressing L like it's gonna work for
There
me.
you go,
Is this
yeah.
talking about this one?
Yep.
Is that it? Wow, there it is. See, you did a great
it's
job
just
of
obviously
designing this, because if you look at that
not
from
full of
like
water.
any angle except for the like non-obvious one, you see it.
Yeah.
I think you designed that really well, because like if you're cheating and trying to scan and figure out where it is, You won't see it easily.
I
You know
did.
what
I
mean?
did try to make it not super obvious, but there is a torch in there, so I don't know.
Well, but like I'm saying, is you only see it from this
Yeah.
one angle,
Yeah.
which you would not naturally do if you were just trying to find the exit. That's good.
Skullport.
Peru. All right, over to Skullport. So, let's
getting
see.
through some maps tonight, at
Let's
least.
see. I know, yeah.
Are you happy? Granted,
Which?
I didn't try to fuck her.
That's
You
fair.
didn't. I don't know if you noticed, but her front plate is not tied in the back.
I noticed.
I didn't notice that on the model originally.
It's taking every
gotta-
bit of my willpower.
I'm not sure how that thing even stays on.
Actually, I'm pretty sure he would just cleave my head off if I said anything, so I kind of...
Yeah,
my
it's
tongue.
probably true.
Or maybe not, maybe he's
Yeah.
a swinger. I go both ways when certain women are involved.
No, I love that, like, fire giant model. So dope.
Yeah, he's
Oh, is that what it
Good.
is? Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's just
What
set to medium, shrunk down.
That makes more sense.
But I thought it should be
was.
distinct from the other.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Well, that's why they really need to get that like
Okay.
coloring in, because then like you
Yeah,
can totally
uh-huh.
just color them different, and then that's how you know.
Right. Yeah, because if I could just turn the orcs red, that'd be perfect.
And then make him have
Uh,
like a yellow hat or yellow hair or something, you know, to
Right.
make him look
Oh
different.
fuck yeah! These fucking bozos are here.
Didn't we pay them off or something
Oh
last
yeah.
time?
yeah.
Fireball. No.
Just right out of the gate. Wait, who am I missing? Rotherham.
Yeah.
Why? Oh, that's why I couldn't find you. God damn it! You fooled me.
Would he turn into something?
Yeah, he morphed into a bugbear, so I was like, that's not.
I brought them over here, guys.
So in the list, he looks like a
I
bugbear.
got them
Outstanding.
right where we want them.
And
I'm
then-
glad we talked about the Wookiee approach before we got here.
So yeah, you wind through the tunnels, which eventually spit you out maybe a couple miles away, in the lower level of Skullport. There is a little like barely even a guard post, just sort of like where the guards are posted. That is currently manned by a Duergar, a bugbear, and then a half orc and a human. That all look tired.
I'm gonna just try to
we,
walk past with confidence and go, "Evening, gentlemen. You're doing a great job."
Okay.
They stop you. They say,
What?
"Hey, you."
I'm on urgent business. And if you
Uh,
don't know who
Alan, are
I'm
you-
going to go meet, then you might be in a lot of trouble.
We're gonna be in a lot of trouble if we let anybody in.
What? Anybody?
Yup.
Listen, I'm putting out fires all over Skullport, and I don't have time to be stopped by every random bugbear and guy that's saying that they're guarding the gate.
Aladar, surely these men just need a drink. They look very thirsty. Do you still have that
No, my booze.
never-ending flask, or does someone
Not
have
never
those?
ending, but I've drank about half of it.
What
Half
these
of the
gentlemen need
infinite
is a
amount.
drink. Gentlemen, we are mere adventurers who have found our way down from the upper levels. We merely seek recompense and a place to sell our magical wares that we found in the dungeon thus far. Why is Skullport closed?
It's none of your business.
Oh,
The Duergar is like eyeing Ham. Is
Which
anyone
one? Is it the bugbear?
is
that's
anyone
talking
like
to us?
in disguise or anything? No, it would probably be like the half orc. Yeah, bugbear probably
Oh, okay.
wouldn't say anything.
Whoever's talking to me, I'm going to cast Charm Person on him.
Okay.
I have advantage with that. So.
ooh, okay.
Oh no, it's a
I mean,
save.
you literally missed me because I was
He's
a
in
bugbear.
disguise.
I could have just strolled in here as a bugbear.
Yeah. I mean, if anybody wants to be disguised, you totally
I
could.
wouldn't look as regal as I do
No.
up top. It would be less.
So I come in walking after the group, just a little bit delayed.
Okay.
Where is? Oh, I don't. Okay, so I'm gonna cast that. They have disadvantage. 16
Disadvantage
wisdom.
on
the save.
16. Okay.
Yeah, wisdom. Because of the DOS loot, I pose disadvantage.
You're like idly kind of like plucking some strings quietly.
Yeah. I think you just have to hold it. I don't think you actually have to. Well, I don't know.
Well, that's silly.
What? Succeed?
just holding. No. Just being able to hold it.
Oh yeah. No.
Disadvantage.
Yeah. While you're playing.
No,
it
yeah,
while casting it.
you successfully charm him. As Rotharm, disguised as a bugbear, strolls up behind you guys, the Duragar calls out to it, and says,
Excuse me.
yeah, learn some manners while you were in Azrok's hold. What have you to report?
That Azrok's sickness has gotten worse, and he's not really able to lift his greatsword much anymore.
Xanathar will be pleased to hear that.
Praise Xanathar.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, here, buddy. You know that Xanathar would let us through, right, friend?
Yeah.
He let me through.
I think.
Yeah. Yeah, we're with him, and we're just going into town to check a few things, and then we're gonna head right back out there. Mum's the word, as they say.
All right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Right.
Let him pass, boys.
Oh, have you seen Azrok's wife? Yakana?
I just drop a bunch of the drawings that Rotharm is doing on the ground and walk on.
Enjoy these pen on paper drawings of a sexy orc.
Ooh.
But also, you're not good at drawing. We've been through this, so I imagine they're just stick figures with boobs and a sword.
Right, they're like the Dennis Reynolds.
It's the Dennis
Yeah.
Reynolds. Or not, yeah, Dennis Reynolds. Douglas Reynolds.
Do you like it? It's very generous.
Okay, do we know Boskin hasn't been made yet, right?
You guys got him out of there.
Okay, so Boskin was made and he has left. Okay, so there's no Zenerum.
Yeah, because remember he he was like under attack when you guys showed up.
That's
or
right.
Whatever, right?
Okay. And
Or
then
they kicked in the door
the
when
lady
you
who
guys were
owns
there.
the magic circle, she's still here, but she's
You don't.
She's kind of a free agent. She doesn't really work with anyone as far as we know.
She was just
All right, I'm gonna go back to handouts and look at the map of Skullport now that we're here.
Yeah, there's a gajillion places, and you definitely aren't required to like navigate this. I also don't have this adequately populated. One thing that would strike you as immediately different from the last time you were here is, the first time there aren't a lot of residents here to begin with. And they seem to keep to themselves. And you pretty much just saw like one or two people hustling by on like the catwalks or something like that. Now you definitely see like guard patrols moving around the city, which look like probably a mix of bugbear and human, Xanathar soldiers.
Do they have like an obvious uniform or anything like that?
Not a uniform, but they all bear the mark
Like a tattoo.
in some way. Yeah, like some of them have it real obvious, like the tattooed on their forehead. Others maybe on like an arm, or maybe some just have like a some kind of badge like on their clothes.
Yeah, I'm
But
gonna use my disguise self and put a tattoo on.
okay, just
They'll put it on my
Sure.
face because it's the most exposed part of me. I'll look
gotcha.
like one of them crazies.
The really dedicated ones. Yeah.
And like I said, I'll
So
also hide my clothes so it doesn't look as rich and
like
fancy.
you're not a bunch of nobles walking in
Yeah,
asking to be robbed.
fucking robbed.
Is are you guys taking any steps to try to like sneak or hide, or you just once you got past the guard post, are you just kind of like strolling through?
I'm
gonna
sort of
stroll
wondering
through.
where we want to go first. You know, like
There are like posters of us out here.
No, but anyone like they have guards walking around, so anyone that doesn't look the part is going to be immediately questioned. So, like, I recommend getting some fucking fake tattoos on people that can't disguise themselves. Your forgery kid.
Yeah, and I might just as a reminder, uh, oh man, what's his face? Flutterfoot, the
oh yeah,
jester,
mm-hmm.
uh, pretty much told you that you guys were all on camera,
Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm
moving
gonna change the way I
around,
look then. I'm gonna look like a bugbear.
Xanthar's lair. So they
Yeah.
probably know exactly what
Wait, do I have a goblin?
some of you look like.
Turn me into
I
a
guess
goblin with a tattoo.
goblin. Yeah, let me add that to your
Okay,
morphs.
if we can, if okay, hear me out, crew. If we spend the night at Azrox instead, I can prepare alter self, which allows me to just only alter myself. Okay, never mind.
Well, Tick is fine. They've never seen Tick. The only one we have to really worry about is Ham.
Yeah.
But he, I mean, he's in all different clothing. We could just give him a haircut.
Shave his head.
Hold on.
Like he's got way less bulky armor. He has different weapons.
Hey, just
Like
throw a
nothing
hood
about
on
what
him, to be
He
honest
is
with you.
fairly dressed differently than he would be.
he's wearing. Nothing that's the same.
Yeah, you can't. All of it was gone.
And I would be able again if we do arrest at Azrox.
Been down
You can
here
also
for like
rest.
5 minutes.
Like yeah, you could rest there. You could also, kind of just be squatters in,
Yeah,
uh,
kick down a
like
door. Like, let's say whatever this building is.
Could I, if I use like a,
well, there was like Boskin's, abode that you guys
Oh yeah, let's just
Oh,
go
yeah.
have
there.
visited,
Yeah.
and
Let's make our way to Boskins. We'll kick it in, and we'll squat there until further notice.
I'm a goblin. That's how goblins move, right?
Yeah, old credits, new credits, combat credits.
Where's leisurely fitting credit?
Yeah,
I don't have
and
that
you
one.
also still see some of these flaming ghostly skulls kind of meandering
around.
through town.
Definitely time our encounters with them so that we stay out of sight of them. But
Yeah, that's
yeah,
true.
Boskins is. Let's see here. It's
I'll
Like
teleport
up
you guys there.
one, right?
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
he's not that one. It's not that one. It's this one, or is this longhouse over here? Long boy.
Here it's. You guys are in it now.
Oh, okay. How long does it take for you to prepare a spell? An hour. Right?
I think I can only re-prepare spells with an 8-hour rest.
See? That sounds
Really? Pretty sure.
Like, I know
Yeah, for
that's how
most
clerics and
casters it's
stuff do.
on
But wizards, I thought you could just do it with a short rest.
I mean, the alternative here is that I could just say that I had it prepared anyways.
Yeah, I mean, but then
Shit.
hanging out for a night means that there's always a chance something could happen. There.
Yeah. You could also use this opportunity, like maybe while Crinit is preparing spells, other people can be using the time to scout. Just yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Long rest. That's really weird.
So if we do a long rest, I'll swap out some spells here, but I'll also take 10 minutes and get Tracy out.
Tracy. Oh man, it's been
Tracy.
a while since we had Tracy.
I know.
Actually, last time you were here.
In Skullport?
Yeah. I found her on the map earlier when I was like getting some stuff ready. I was like, hey, that's where she is.
Tracy. All right. So Tracy will fold laundry or cook dinner or whatever else we need her to do. Menial.
Yeah, so you guys
unseen servant
kind
tasks.
of quietly take refuge in this the abandoned tavern that's now been left vacant. While Crenit is
I can also do Liam's tiny hut too. I have that spell.
and just to be extra safe, yeah.
I mean,
'cause
it's a
that's-
camouflage dome, so if someone comes in here, they would just see nothing in here and then leave.
Right. That's true.
Okay. I have prepared altar self.
But yeah, that's your call.
It's a ritual cast, so it doesn't take any spells. I guess I'll do it. Sake of doing it.
Okay.
Take 10 minutes. Cast that.
Either
One.
before or after you guys take your rest, does anybody want to do anything? Like, or are you just sitting pretty?
I'm gonna be performing a ritual so that I can bond with one of my weapons.
Oh right,
They're
Ham's
gonna
got
get to
spells
know each
now.
other.
Why is Ham kissing that knife?
It's gonna be my offhand weapon. They're the same, but
I for sure thought you were going to say you're going to wear your bed and pretend to sleep.
I make snacks.
Oh. Yeah, you're gonna keep up our 3 temporary hit points?
Yeah. So whoever wants some temporary
Describe
HP.
it, and then I'll consider.
Yeah,
Because if it's like a fucking pot
those
sticker
stones
full
are
of
pretty
cat
good.
hair, I'm not having any.
How dare you? A pot sticker with a worm in it.
Okay, that's a step up from what I said. I'll admit it, you're getting there, but I'm not having one yet.
Yeah.
You forced me, I'll pretend to eat it.
I make 2 little snacks, which is what looks like a quick air fried pot sticker with a neon blue worm sticking out of it.
Oh, like a hornworm?
I don't know what that is.
The
but
worm
I'm gonna say
alive?
yes. No. No, it is for consumption. The raw dishes come later. like-
sashimi.
Like worm sushi. So who wants I have 2. Who
I'll take
wants-
one.
Yeah.
All right.
The last one's pretty good.
I'm gonna stare at you the whole time you eat it.
What? It's pretty good.
It's got a nice the pot sticker has a nice earthy flavor.
Slimy
the-
yet satisfying.
The blue worm is very, very sour. The flavors do not mesh well, but they are very potent.
I'll take.
Who wants the other one?
I'll take.
You haven't stared me wrong yet. It's like blinding you while he talks.
All right, add 3 temporary HP. Just in
I
case.
can give you protection from poison if you need it.
They're not poisonous. Tick knows his weirdo ingredients. It's when he tries conventional cooking that everything goes out the window.
Yeah, so for temp HP, just add an extra 3 to your token, like above your regular. 59 out of 56 or whatever.
Yep.
Okay, so
Do we long rest?
nobody bothers you while you're hiding out here.
Pressing this long rest button, see if it works.
Yeah. I tested the short rest thing, so long rest should work. And it
Long
lets you
rest,
like spend hit dice
confirm
and
there.
stuff if you want.
Cool, it reset everything.
Yeah. Pretty handy. So, nobody comes a knocking,
Myself back into a goblin.
and from this spot, this location in the Skullport, you could strike out to scout out a great number of places. What's on the agenda? Which you probably could have strategized while you're resting.
Well, I
I'm
can
not
cast
sure why we're
invisibility
even
on someone.
here.
Lasts an hour.
Well, last an hour.
Invisibility.
Oh,
So I could cast that like on Ham or Kranit's gonna turn himself into something. Rotharm's got it covered. Tick isn't known. The only one that you might want to do that for is Ham.
I mean, if he's with a group of people that wouldn't be known, could we just like have him wear a face mask or something?
That's what I was thinking. If he just
hood?
has a hood up or something.
just
Is there
pretend
water
it's lit.
surrounding
Did
the...
Ham do anything crazy to
Yes.
draw their attention?
He was in their arena, and then we broke him out. So they
Oh,
literally
man, yeah, that's right.
saw him.
But
He-
he's
he
wearing
was
different gear, right?
He's wearing different gear.
But
There aren't a whole lot of like halflings down here though.
Yeah.
So
Can
he might
we?
get
Unless-
questioned just for being,
yeah.
you know.
I
What did you say, Mike?
have a
Is
plan.
something about water?
Yeah, water surrounds the entirety of the Skull Island,
The
right?
keep. Yeah. Yeah. There is a bridge that goes from the docks to the keep,
Where is it?
and otherwise, yeah, it's just an island.
I have a plan for Ham, and it can be done over my short rest.
Okay, what's your plan for him?
plans,
I'm going
Well, we just
to
finished a
use...
long rest, so.
Oh, long rest. That's even better. Where the fuck is my stupid ability? There we go. The right tool for the right job. I can change my thieves' tools during a rest. Create a set of tools that lasts until I change them again. So I can create a disguise kit from these
Rotharm
things.
has a disguise kit. I guarantee it.
Okay, so
So you can keep
Can
your
we
thieves tools, which I
utilize-
think is way more useful.
can we utilize a disguise kit and create like a fake little like mask and bullshit tail so he can look like a kobold?
Or a goblin. I think goblin would
Right.
be more fitting.
Or goblin. I mean, I'm just saying it's
I
like
know you want safety in
Uh,
numbers.
yeah.
if we create a kobold, I can vouch for him and just say he's a weirdo. You know.
Yeah, either one would be easy to do. Goblin may be easier because then you don't need to do the tail.
And
This is
to be
fair.
fair, kobolds are much smaller than halflings.
Yeah, technically, yeah, a little bit
Yeah.
shorter too.
You'd be
Yeah,
a giant
so goblins-
kobold.
Yeah,
there you
you
go.
could
So-
pull off Goblin, yeah.
Yeah. I think that's what we
Yeah.
did before. I think we did that
It's
once.
just a green face and long ears.
Whoa, you're wearing green face, you fucking racist.
Oh, bro, is that green face? Tell me that's not
Dude,
green
not
face.
cool. Not cool. Just like
This is-
shoving him.
Carrying him limb from limb. Oh, bro, is that green face?
What do you mean you
Watch us
people?
run into like the one goblin that does that.
Yeah.
Whoa, bro.
It's like, I don't know, I know all the goblins in Skullport, and you ain't them.
Okay, but goblin's easier. Okay, then I guess I don't need to change my thieves' tools. Too easy.
Well, I was just trying to say it because I think thieves tools for you would be more useful than the size kit.
Yeah, that's fair.
Not if
If
we already
Rotham already
have
has
one.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
I guarantee you he does. I know he's used
I
it like a
do.
million times in the
I do
past.
have one.
Yeah. So everybody is pretty much either disguised or, I mean, Tick just is a little
I'm
monster,
here.
so it, he fits in. Um, what's Krenna doing? Are you just kind of like wearing a
I have
cloak
alter
or something?
self,
Ah.
so I can change my what I look like entirely, so I can make myself look like a random Xanathar guard or someone I.
True.
I
Yeah,
could
yeah, that's
totally
right. You used
learn.
that
I
in.
could totally do alter self. There's no reason to.
I mean,
Uh,
do you have to prepare it or anything, or do you just have it?
I mean, over the course of a long rest, yeah.
I would prepare it because, like, if something happens, you could always either save Krenit or someone else, or
All right.
You can
Alter-
only cast it on yourself, though, so just
Oh,
be
you can only.
aware.
can only-
Mm.
Let's see. You assume a different form.
Yeah, you
That's
can't
right.
cast it on anybody else.
But I
It's
would.
alter self, not
It's also
alter.
Oh yeah, good point.
concentration up to 1 hour. That's it.
Yeah,
Shit.
it's not bad.
Also, someone could
Not
cast invisibility on me, and I could take an aquatic form and swim over into the middle of the castle and take a
Invisibility
look.
also is just an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you could get a lot of scouting done in an hour.
All right,
Also,
so
I could cast gaseous
No,
form on
I
somebody,
will change.
with
I will swap
invisibility,
out web for
and you'd be
invisibility.
invisible gaseous cloud, and you could just float around.
Like a real fart. It's unseen, but
Yeah,
smells
you could just
and
you're a
felt.
floating fart, basically.
I finished
So
my
that is another
goblins
option that we
today.
could do.
So we're gonna try to
Goblin.
sneak into the skull fort. Is that the plan?
It's not so much sneak in. It's like
We're
let's get an idea
scoping
of
it
like
out, right?
we're scoping it. Yeah, we're
Let's
casing
scope
the
it out
joint.
then, yeah.
Case the joint.
So-
the joint.
What
Okay.
goblins do?
How
Walking on the
how do we
rails
feel
recklessly.
about gaseous form and invisibility on one person and just send them in?
I mean, we have Sart here, who's very unassuming, being a tiny little boy. Like, he could basically get around undetected for most of, like...
With no spell assistance?
I mean, if he had spell assistance, that's even better. But he's a tiny little thing.
And you can see
Like-
through his eyes?
No,
Oh.
he's his own boy, so he would have to make it back.
Describe what you saw.
He knows how to read and write.
Well,
Well,
the
I'm
good
gonna
news
point
is
out
we're going to have like a week to think about how we want to infiltrate
Yeah,
the
that's
case
fair.
the joint. Because it's
Yeah.
almost midnight.
Yeah,
Well,
this
let
probably
me.
gets about done.
I'll say. Let's move you guys over to. I'll just put
The
you by
castle gates.
basically.
What-
in the prison
what are we
cell because I
doing?
know you're gonna fuck it up.
Yeah. Let's just preemptively put you in prison.
In jail, where we
It's over
belong.
here. Oh, that's not where I thought it was.
Rothar.
Ah!
Thought it was.
Sart. Tick. Okay.
Goblins.
So
Goblins.
so yeah, over here is like the Skullport docks. There should be a few like boats and things, I
Oh
imagine.
shit! I didn't even notice
Um,
there was like a fort over here.
Yeah, there's a
That's the
whole ass
fort we're
fortress over
trying
here.
Like I knew there was one, but I thought it would be a different map actually. Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah, I just stuck them together to make it easy. And this whole thing, like, even though it looks like open water, like there is a ring of water around this island for maybe, I don't know, like 100 feet in every direction. But then this whole area is enclosed in a cavern, just like Skullport is. So, but yeah, you see that across this like crumbling bridge that's in a terrible state of disrepair, it looms this pretty formidable looking stronghold. And from your vantage point on the docks, you can see that each of its kind of squat battlements are bristling with siege weapons and the silhouettes of many guards keeping watch.
Maybe we should not like stand right at the doorway. Maybe like, here's an idea. Maybe we should hang out nearby and see if a patrol actually uses this bridge.
Yeah,
Because
and you guys don't have to literally be right here. It's just
Yeah,
let's-
that's just for
let's-
us. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm thinking that I'll just cast invisibility on Sart and have his tiny ass like run around.
A terrible idea, but like you said, he has to get in there and get
Yeah, he has
back,
to
right?
make it back.
Well, here's
Yeah,
what I'm thinking. We hang out in this building right here. Is this building empty?
Probably. I mean, like not all of them are decorated, but
Oh, I'm just classifying if it's empty or not. We go in here, we
yeah.
hang out, and we try to keep watch for like an hour or so, and see if this is actually used by the patrols. Because if it's not,
Case
and
the
we try to
joint.
walk up, they're just gonna shoot us, and that'll be the end of it. But if they actually use it, then we might be able to like take out a patrol and then replace them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, see if they bring any goods
The
in,
old
because
swapperoo.
it looks like there is a gate that is shut at the end of the bridge.
We can try to go up
How-
there and talk our way.
Is
which,
is the gate designed the way that it looks?
Yeah, pretty much. It's just like some portcullises that likely are controlled by.
Does it look like Sart could fit through there, or does he have to open it?
it has a mesh. It says
Hmm.
anti-sart.
Sart being a tiny little thing.
Yeah, he could probably squeeze through. Assuming that nobody saw him.
Well, if I
'Cause
cast
he is-
invisibility, it should be a non-issue.
Right.
Well, if you want, I'll cast I get a free invisibility per day. So
Okay.
it'll
I mean,
save you
if
a
we
spell
want-
slot.
We can save, yeah, because my spell slots are very limited.
Yeah, that's what I would rather do that then.
If we can do that, we can send Sart in. If he doesn't come back, we can go with the original plan of us going in ourselves.
Ideally, it would be fine. It would be good if Sart found another way in.
Yeah.
If that's
Yeah,
what we
we
want him to
can-
find, but
Okay. I mean,
so
that sounds
otherwise
like a
this
plan.
is like a death trap. If like we can try walking up and being acting like a patrol, but it's entirely possible we get almost there and then they just start shooting us, and then it's like, well, we're fucked. you
Well,
know?
it's also the danger because we're planning on sieging this, right? That's why we're scoping it out.
Eventually.
So if my concern is if we get found out, while inside, they're gonna bolster their defenses.
Yeah.
So
yeah. The other thing, the other option that Azrock suggested, since most of Xanathar's forces are made up of sort of like less disciplined, cowardly bugbears and thugs and things. Basically,
Kill the
outside
leader,
of their
right?
like Duragar, yeah. If you could make it in and dispatch like Sundeath, the forces might
crumble.
outright crumble and scatter, if not just it'd be in a
So,
state of disarray.
That's Sart's bonus objective. Objective 1, find an alternate entrance. Objective 2, figure out.
Oh
Where the
man,
leader
it's,
is.
Kill him.
it is a level of hitman right now. That's what this is.
Oh no,
become.
Sart's not going to be able to kill anybody. Like the guy, come on, Sart can
Well,
barely
no,
hold
but
his
you
own.
got-
with-
Storm to the
you
roof, he'll
guys-
fall off. You know.
You guys getting disguises and sneaking in and killing like the boss.
But if Sart
Throw
can
cans of
figure out
tomatoes
where
at
the
him.
baddie is, we
Yeah.
can go in and reduce our chances of being found out. Or shit, just do a smash and kill. If you think about it, just sprint our
Yeah.
way in before they realize what's going on. Let's say we have
Yeah.
options.
yeah,
All right, that works for me. Unless anybody else has a different game plan.
yeah. Well,
Take the deafening
it
silence.
is.
as a no.
Yeah, it's getting late, so
Yeah.
All right.
sorry, another game with no combat, but
Oh, that's fine. You're gonna have RP sessions. I think
it
it's a
seems
nice change
like
of pace.
next week there might be a lot of combat potentially.
No, it's gonna be like Payday. Sart's gonna go
Uh,
in, stealth the whole mission, while everybody else sits back.
No, it is gonna be like Payday, and there's gonna be like 10,000 guys banging down the door trying to kill you.
Now, if it is the case that like our like objective is like sneak in, kill Sundeath as fast as possible, and then sound the attack, so that the forces of Skull Island are in disarray. We just have to make sure that the other two people who control forces know that's what we're doing. We're still
Yeah.
gathering intel, right?
Well, so the plan is to kill Sundeath if we can. If not, just
Yeah.
get intel and get out. If we
At the
deem
very
it-
least, that's what Sart is doing, right? You're sending
Yeah.
him into
There's-
scout.
Scout, potentially find
Ooh.
a different entrance.
Sart.
My
Little robot
metal
thing.
boy.
I should give Sart some of the poison that I have. See if he can use it on Sunday.
Ooh.
We're just doing Hitman.
That's
Hear me out. Let's go back to the surface, buy a necklace of fireball,
Just send in a nuke.
send it in. It's one final run for Sart, but you know,
Oh
I
my
mean, he only
god.
costs a few hundred gold. We can build him again.
we have the
We
money.
can rebuild him.
Greater invisibility, necklace of fireballs, and he'll just decimate the place.
No, see, you can't. I cast greater invisibility. You cast fly.
Yeah.
Just fucking
Oh
up
my
there
God.
throwing fireballs.
And you just have your very own C-130 just like
Yeah.
blowing the hell out of
fucking
Oh
everything.
god,
drone.
it's great.
throwing
Oh, that's great.
fireballs. While they run
Um,
away.
Well, I imagine there are several ways to skin this cat. You guys can spend the next week figuring out how you
Yeah.
might want to approach that.
All right.
We can also
Yeah.
say that while you guys took your long rest, that you communicated with your allies about, what your
game
what your
plan.
battle plan is going forward, and like,
We're sending in this metal boy to murder.
right? Because like when they, if they just come down the path that you guys followed to get to Skullport, right? They're gonna just arrive
Yeah.
at that bottom level, yeah. So if you want them to show up somewhere else,
All right.
have to
All right.
figure that out. But
Thanks, Kai.
That is a GG.
yep,
Yeah.
fun stuff, dudes.
We'll see y'all next week.